Striking Scorpion 82 is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends. Played by millions around the world, Raid Shadow Legends is known for its superior in-game graphics and now boasts over 700 unique champions, which can be used for different strategies and teams to complete the most difficult challenges, such as dungeons, bosses, or the PvP arena. Raid is a tactical turn-based MMO battle game with a strong emphasis on hero collection, with team selection, chosen skills, and synergy being one of the most important parts of Raid. Game modes include Campaign, Dungeons, Faction Wars, Arena, Clan Boss, and Doom Tower. For a limited time, Raid is now offering a free legendary champion, Sun Wukong, Raid's take on the mischievous Monkey King. To access this free champion, simply log into Raid on 7 different days between August the 22nd and October the 23rd to get your hands on this awesome character, with no heroic journey to the west required. Raid Shadow Legends is free to download and play on both mobile and PC. When you use the special link in the video description below, you get a free starter pack with a free champion and a bundle of cool in-game loot. Thanks, and enjoy the game. Right, welcome to this 2000 points game of Warhammer 40,000, 10th edition. It's the Tower versus Orks here in this Challenge the Scorpion battle. So, first of all, big thank you to all the supporters on Patreon at the different levels. There's gold level Patreons that get names shouted out during our games and a Patronic dice to use at some critical point during the battle. There's also silver level patrons. I call out their names at the end of the game. And a big thank you to those supporting on bronze, where you'll see the names for all the patrons at the different levels in the end credits of the video. And the proceeds go to help support the channel. It helps us create the content. It helps support the armies on the channel as well. We get new models for the different factions. And then also SSWG War Games Club. We're actually filming this game at the moment. So it helps support my local War Games Club. So for the Tower, this is the new revamped list and models as well. I've revamped the collection. So the blue's gone as a spot colour. It's been replaced by this chrome, and the basing's been redone with more sort of dead, rusty kind of grass going on with that. So that's the revamp on the colour scheme. The Tower have been fighting away on the channel for a good while. Bringing back some units that have been shelved for a while as well. So things like the Storm Surge back in action. So in no particular order, I've got Commander Ghost Tide across here. Loadout for him is a Fusion Blaster, a Plasma Rifle, and then also a Cyclic Iron Blaster being taken for him. A Shield Drone and a Marker Drone for his drones. And I've given him an enhancement. It's Exemplar of the Kuyon. So the Kuyon ability counts as an extra turn ahead, so it'll kick off on turn 2 instead of turn 3. There's a Storm Surge there at the back. Up in points just for its towering ability, but still retained it in the list. Taken an Ethereal with a Marker Drone and a Shield Drone. 2 squads of Fire Warriors or Strike Teams, 2 squads of 10, each taking a Guardian Drone for those, all equipped with Pulse Rifles. There's 2 Hammerheads, loadout's the same for both. 2 Seeker Missiles, 2 Smart Missile Systems, the Railgun being taken, a regular hammerhead across here, and then the character hammerhead, that's long strike with the white markings just there. Broadsides being taken, squad of 2, twin plasma rifles, seeker missile, and heavy rail rifles being taken for those. And then drones for those. One model's taken 2 shield drones, the other one's taken a shield drone and a marker drone being taken for them. Then I have this swarm of crisis battle suits. So 2 squads of 3, they're all loaded out differently. So this squad here is the bodyguard squad. They're loaded out the same as the commander. So fusion blaster, plasma rifle, and cyclic ion blaster for each of those models. They're running shield generators as well. And then there's 6 shield drones in the squad also. Then the second squad of 3, it's my cyclic ion blaster suicide squad, I've called them. 3 cyclic ion blasters each being taken for those. And then there's 6 drones. 5 of them are shield drones, and then 1 marker drone being taken for that unit. And in fact, there's the 6th one, so that's the marker drone, just to add that in. Then the third squad across here, 3 missile pods each. 5 shield drones and 1 marker drone being taken for that squad. And again, all these crisis battle suit squads are taking shield generators, so 4+ invulnerable save across the board for those. So that's it. That's the list here for the tower. It's going to be a test for them. Their firepower is strong. They're going to have to deal harshly with the Orks if they can. If the Orks get in amongst the tower surely will find themselves in a lot of trouble. So their firepower must be disciplined and ruthless. If it's not, they will pay the price. So Phoenix Laws and Orks, just to call those out, have been allocated to units. A lot of Tau friends here helping out with this Tau force. So Mephisto is on to Long Strike for this game. Is going to be joined by Paint Licker's Paint Pot as Hammerhead number 2. Longbow BB for some long-range firepower support there on the Storm Surge. And Longbow BB, he runs the Longbow BB Site 4 as Airsoft. So if you're into that, then check out his store. Link for that is in the video description below. Then Crisis Battlesuit teams, Michael Fryer in charge of this squad with the squad leader as an Altark, Dylan Moore. BPP Wargaming, another Tau player put onto the Cyclic Iron Blaster squad, Midnight Miniatures as the squad leader. Then Itai Miara, squad leader for the Missile Pod squad, and then Nate Miller in command of the entire unit. Gut B will be on Commander Ghost Tide for this battle. That's Phoenix Laws and Orks allocated. That's the Tau lists. They're primed and ready to go. We'll take a look now and see what the Orks have in their list. Alright, so 2,000 points of Orks. Alex Cottis returns to the channel, one of our Challenger Scorpion regulars, I suppose, over the years. So he's brought his Orks. It's the theme is Beast Snagga across the board here. Some debut units. We've not played against a Beast Snagga army before. And there's some units that, like this, for example. What is this thing?
That is the Hunter Rig.
The Hunter Rig. Never seen it on the channel, so good to see it on the board. And there's some themed stuff. There's some conversion stuff going on. So a real showcase here for an Ork army. We'll let Alex run through his list.
So this is my 1995 points of my Ork Beast Snaggers. I've never actually run Beast Snaggers before, so this will be my first game as well. So starting off, we have 3 units of Beast Snagga Boyz, 120-man, 2 10-man squads. Each of them has 1 thump gun, which is, as you can see here.
Thump gun, never seen one before.
I don't even know what they do. I think they're just like a mini rocket launcher, but they look quite good. So just 1 in each squad. I think this can take 2, but I've only got 1, so that's fine. So 20-man and 2 10-mans, each with a boss knob as well. Leading this unit here, we have the Beast Boss. Not the official model, just a conversion, but he does have the enhancement Super Cyborg body, which I believe gives him a 4-up feel no pain, which is quite nasty. They'll be riding in the Hunter Rig, as we mentioned before. Transport capacity of 21. It's got a few guns in there, a few melee weapons as well. It's quite good overall. These 2 squads of Beast Snaggers are each riding in a Squiggoth. So transport capacity of 10, very similar stats to the Hunter Rig in terms of wounds and toughness. But it looks like some cool models. And then I guess in the old fast attack side of things, we have the We have a named character actually, Mosrog Scragbad. This chap here, the great white squigosaur squig shark.
Amazing model.
Yeah, it's cool. Following him are two squads of Squig Boys with a knob on smasher squig in each. So 3 Squig Hogs, knob on smasher squig, and a bomb squig. Both of the boss knobs have enhancements as well. This chap here has the Head Whopper's Kill Chopper, so the extra killy melee weapon. And this sneaky little Gretchen, which I'm running as a knob on smasher squig, has the Cunning but Brutal enhancement. And then rounding off the list, 2 units of knobs on warbikes. This one has a power claw, the others have big choppers. The other squads, just because it's not modelled, they're all big choppers. And finally, the last 2 units are just regular warbikers. 2 squads of 3, boss knob with big chopper. And that's my list.
Very cool. So there's some things to point out. We've seen this character. It's a fantastic sculpt from Games Workshop. So running these as
knobs on warbikes, they're forge-rod profiles. They're still in 10th edition. They're on the official app and everything. They're not terribly good rules-wise, but they look quite nice.
I'd say so. Look at the size of them. So have you nicked some bits from Imperial Knights? These guns?
Do you know what? I can't remember. I built them.
Can't remember where. That is such an Ork excuse. Can't remember where he looted them from.
I do have a few Tau guns knocking around. I think this.
Yeah, I see it. Look at this.
Is it from a stealth? I'm not very Tau savvy. Is that a stealth suit gun?
It's like a. Oh boy. It's like. I don't know. It's a burst cannon. That's the weapon. So there it is. Now, where are these boars from?
So they're actually from Age of Sigmar, as is the converted knob on smasher squig. I think they're gore grunters. They're the Orks on big balls, basically. Just thought it fits in nicely with the beast snagger snakebite theme.
100%. Yeah. Wow.
I really like them. Really cool models. Didn't take a lot to convert them. Just change the head of the weapon.
Yeah. So to make it 40k, you change the head of the weapon.
Yeah.
And then bolt on the extra weapons.
Yeah, there's a few grenades and things kind of strapped to the sides, but
I've noticed you've used these brilliant model chains that you can get hold of. You cut them up and just use them to tie them on. Brilliant job. Okay, so that's those. And then this one's Forge World.
Yes.
This one's alternate.
Yeah, I believe it's Cromlech.
Okay.
It's bigger than I thought it'd be actually. It fits in quite nicely, same sort of size. And we were saying off camera, as lovely as the Forge World model is, I wouldn't have 2 of them just because
Duplicate, no way. No, that's a brilliant move.
Not with Orks.
Yeah, no, very cool. All right, so that's the list. Bit of hobby time here. Just appreciate the work that's gone into this Beast Snaggers list. Okay, so we'll see how well they get on against the Tau. They're mechanised up, if you call that mechanised, isn't it? But transported inside those, you've got some fast-moving cavalry as well. So Tau will need to be careful. It looks like these Orks can move fast. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. I'll just call out Phoenix Swords and Autarchs. So Autarchs is the second highest level of support. You get allocated to individual models, usually something like a squad leader. So we've got Sam Hermes and Ben Harris. They're onto knobs here from these squads. And then the Phoenix Swords get allocated to whole units for all of our games. So Valhalla Field Marshal Robert is a bit out of his comfort zone here. He's going to lead a squad of Ork boys. Onto the 2 Squig-offs is Chris Comiskey on the Forge World one, and then Ben Shaw onto this one across here. Amy Almo onto the rig, and then JP onto the knobs and warbiker knobs. So JP on this squad, Vagabond on the other squad. And then the Boar Boys.
Squig Hog Boys.
Squig Hog Boys. So we've got Ray Cross on this unit and Lucas Brown onto the other. Not sure how Robert will feel about that, but we're going to move him across onto the Scrag Hag.
The hardest thing with the Orks is remember their names, not the rules.
He's onto the Great White Shark. There you go. All right, so allocation's all done. We'll take a look at scenario and deployment next. All right, so we have a mission. Cards have been randomly determined here. So deployment is Dawn of War. So we're fighting across the board like this. Tau deployment zone marked by the orange dice. And then Alex has used his purple dice across the other side to mark his deployment zone for the Orks. There's 5 objectives on the board. There's 1 dead centre. Then there's a home objective each. There's the one for the tower, and the Ork one's just across the other side. And there's another 2 no man's land objectives. So one just here on these containers, and then there's another one just here in the middle of the snowy road. So we've adjusted the terrain slightly here. Alex was asking how he could fit some of his units through the through the gaps. So we've pushed over, just in good gamesmanship here, we've pushed the barricades over, the Unitorum containers over to make a gap for his stuff. This one was shifted out of the way. We pushed those over. So there is now access points. It wouldn't be fair if you if you couldn't get your vehicles through to the other side of the board.
Thank you very much.
So the Orcs thankful to the tower for that one. So that's the terrain. We'll talk a bit more about terrain in just a moment for the rules. Supply lines is the mission role. So if you control your home objective, then there's a chance in your command phase to get a command point on a 4+. It's a bit of an incentive to hold on to the home objective. And then the primary mission is Scorched Earth. So from turn 2 onwards, in a player's shooting phase, instead of shooting, you can, if you're within an inch of an objective, you can burn it. So you can actually remove it from play. So there is a possibility of doing that to hamper the opponent for their objective control. But it also kicks in for victory points coming through as well. So at the end of the game, the players score 5 victory points if one or more objective markers in no man's land was burned by a unit from their army. So an incentive to get to the middle and then remove those objectives from the board. And 10 victory points if you can get through to the opponent's home objective and burn that and remove it from the table. So aggression here. This mission sounds tasty for the Orcs, to claim the middle ground and then break through into the opponent's deployment zone and actually remove objectives from play. There's also, for the primary mission, at the end of each command phase, the player whose turn it scores 5 victory points for each objective marker. They control up to 10 victory points per turn. So there's board control during the game, then there's the removal of objectives, if possible, later in the battle for points coming in at the end of the fight. Then for secondaries, both sides have chosen. So I've gone for Bring It Down. That's against monsters and vehicles. So Alex has got a number of high wound models, which you can get a decent amount of points for. Gone for assassination as well as plenty of characters there for the Orcs. And then Alex has gone for Storm Hostile Objective. So fitting the Orcs nicely, just grabbing objectives from the tower and then Bring It Down has been taken also. It's very, very tasty indeed, especially against battle suits. For each enemy monster or vehicle model is destroyed, you score 2 victory points. So my battlesuits have the vehicle keyword. So you reckon each squad's worth 6 victory points if they can be destroyed. And that's just the battlesuits, let alone the tanks and the storm surge and the commander and the broadsides. Okay, so it's a real good looting possibility here for the Orcs with Bring It Down. So that's secondaries chosen. Mission's ready to go. We'll start alternating placing units on the board next. Right, just to mention the battle mat and terrain that we're using in this game. So battle mats from GameMat.eu. It's one of their snow mats here. It's very rare that we play on snow for our games of 40k, but it's heavily themed here for this battle. So 6x4 in size, just marked out the edge for our 10th edition game with these barricades across here. Also using some pre-painted terrain from GameMat.eu. They do this snowy rocky set. That's these structures across here. There's some more across the other side. So you can check out GameMat.eu for your supplies of battle mats, all shapes and sizes, and also pre-painted terrain sets available from them as well. If it hasn't run out, there is a code, a 20% discount code in the video description. If that is a limited number, so if that doesn't work, then there is the 11% code available as well. But you can check out GameMat.eu, link for them in the video description below with the discount code. So we're on deployment, have placed the first unit. We need to mention terrain. So there is a fair bit of terrain going on here. So we're using these, obviously going to run them as ruins. For ruins, units can be obscured and hidden behind. We're going to play the hard edge of the terrain piece. Both players have agreed. So this will be the hard edge. So you may see models lined up here that physically can see through here, but we're going to play the actual hard edge for rules purposes on this. So there's plenty of terrain pieces here. Then these kind of features, these won't be obscuring, they'll just be natural line of sight. You won't get cover on top, although infantry can shelter behind and play them a bit like Munitorum armoured containers. There are some, obviously, Munitorum armoured containers on the board. We'll play that as a crater there for that Land Raider piece as well. So that's pretty much it for terrain. But these ruins, I think, are going to play a major part in this battle. For example, our line of sight, if this is all obscuring, it's cut down quite seriously here for the tower. So they'll need to be dynamic in this battle if they're to find their targets. All right, so deployment's done for the tower. They've finished ahead of the Orks here. So Alex is finishing off his deployment. Storm Surge has gone here. The idea with this thing is that you can just sit there for the whole game and just shoot. That's the ideal situation, but we'll see if that happens. Fire Warriors just hidden around here, bearing in mind these no man's land objectives. We've got to go after them at some point. Broadsides anchoring the home objective. I've kept one of the Crisis Battlesuit teams. It's the squad with the missile launchers or missile pods. Kept them on the board and deployed behind the obscuring ruins. Just wary of an early Ork assault, which no doubt Alex will go for. And then Fire Warriors have been joined by the Ethereal. They've occupied this building with the Ethereal just on top. Hammerheads on this left-hand side tucked into this corner. Perhaps with Alex's deployment a little bit wary of being trapped in that corner. We'll see what happens. And that's it, deployment done. So the commander is going with the bodyguard team and then the other Crisis Battlesuit team with the cyclic iron blasters to arrive via deep strike as well. So Tau have clung on to some reserves, but they have committed one battlesuit team onto the board here, just anticipating a speedy assault from the Orks. So deployment's done here for Alex's Orks. We'll let him run through his deployment here of his units.
So I didn't really know how to deploy against you, but I kind of did it as mirrored as I can. So in the middle, we've got the Hunter Rig, we've got Moz Beast Man, I can't remember what it's called, the Great White Shark. And then from here outwards, we have the Squigog Boys, Warbikes, the Squiggoth, and the Knobs and Warbikes. And it's very, very similar if we go to the left flank. So again, another Squiggoth, Squigog Boys, and the Knobs and Warbikes. The only ones that are maybe going to say central are these little 3-man unit of Warbikes, just so they can hold my central objective. But in theory, everything else is going to go down the 3 lanes we have directly to your battle suits.
Yeah, that's it. Hunt down the Tau, charge them, get under the guns, and into them as quickly as possible. It's a charge of the heavy brigade here.
It's got to weather the storm.
Yes, charge of the beast brigade. We could do. We'll see how this goes. 3 avenues we see on the battlefield. I think it's been given away what the plan is. The Tau to try and stop this charge here. The Orks to try and get under the guns in amongst the Tau as quickly as possible. We'll see what happens. So roll up to who goes first. I would imagine you want to go first in this particular one.
Wouldn't mind.
Wouldn't mind, yeah. Okay, so roll up. We're both using our scum. 5 and 5. Oh, touche. Okay, well, we'll have another go. 6. Oh, the Tau snatched the initiative. So they will get their initial salvo in here against the Orks before the Orks get a chance to move. We can see targets. So we'll go on to turn 1. An exhibition of Tau firepower. We'll see how effective it can be. We're going to turn 1 for the Tau coming up next. All right, so movement's done here for the tower. There's not too much movement. Crisis Battlesuit team, remember these have got the rocket pods, so nice long range on those. They've jumped up here. I haven't been able to generate any extra CP, just the one coming in at the start of the turn. There's an Ethereal on the board, but didn't get that. And then the supply lines raw as well, didn't get that one, both requiring 4 pluses. Remaining stationary, the Fire Warriors kept the tanks stationary as well. There's no real need for them to move out at this point. Broadsides remain where they are, remained here with the Storm Surge as well. Tower just use range to their advantage to try and blunt some of this Ork attack before it gets going. We're going to shooting phase next.
To just give you a summary before?
Yeah, go ahead. Zizada's now stratagem's about to be used. So I've called out Hammerhead number 2 to let loose with the Railgun, and then 2 Seeker missiles. We'll let those go into the squig off across the other side. Alex is playing this stratagem called Hard as Nails.
Yeah, Hard as Nails, so you can't target a vehicle or Gretchen unit, but it's neither, thankfully. -1 to wound.
Okay, interesting. All right, yeah, okay. That's just 1 CP?
1 CP.
Spent. All right.
Done.
And that's to the end of the phase?
Yeah, until the end of the phase, each time an attack targets a unit, subtracts 1 from the wound roll, yeah.
Okay. So, Hammerhead number 2 will pick a Tau friend, which we have some amongst the ranks of the Phoenix Lords. Malchus Anthony is an Imperial player, but also Tau Viola Sept. So we'll go for the Railgun first of all. Have you played against Tau before? A few times.
Not in 10th.
Okay.
Not yet.
It knows the reputation, but I will see what happens. You have to roll the dice to see what happens. So we're looking for a hit. So we have got a hit. This is the Railgun shot going through. Because we're starting on 4s, we remain stationary. So that's a hit. So guided in by Hammerhead number by long strike, by the way, to give +1 to hit rolls, but 4's a nice clean hit. So we are at strength 20, toughness.
I think it's toughness 10. Let me have a look.
Yes, okay. We're hoping for toughness 11.
It's toughness 10.
It is toughness 10. So 2's to wound becomes 3's to wound because of the stratagem. And it does go through. Okay, so now we're looking at AP -5.
Go straight through.
Goes straight through, and the damage is going to be D6 plus 6. Yeah, so 3 and 6 is 9. So 9 wounds taken. No kind of feel no pains or anything going on with that thing?
No.
No, right. So 9 wounds. Is it still alive?
It's got 9 wounds left.
Oh, half destroyed it. Okay.
Yes.
I think Ork boys should be mightily privileged to be carried around in such a well-armoured thing. All right, so it survives. Half destroyed. It's absorbed the Railgun hit coming through. So we'll go for the 2 Seeker missiles coming up next. So again, they'll be hitting on 2s, which they both hit. He's been blessed by long strike to get lethal hits, so that's an auto wound. And then this one, trying to wound with strength 14, so 3's to wound becomes 4's because of the stratagem, which does wound. These come through at AP -3.
So 6 ups.
6 ups to block.
And
blocked 1. Well done. Good rolling. And then we'll go for the damage, which is D6 plus 1. 5 and 1, 6. I still think that's not enough to destroy it.
down to 3, I believe.
Down to 3 wounds left. Okay. All right, so that's that done. Okay, Hammerhead number 2, the twin smart missile systems. These will be on 3s. We're going into the Beast Snagga Squig Boys. Looking for 3s. Might as well use our single reroll hit roll. Yep. And we're looking for toughness 5 probably on your things.
The toughness 7.
Toughness 7? 5's to wound. Okay, 1 wound comes through. No AP minus on that, so straight up armor save.
4 up.
And blocked. Well done. Okay. It's part of the deal going against towers. You can lose stuff at long range. So we'll do a long strike to try and finish that thing off. We'll let loose of all the missiles just to try and make a good clean job here if we can. So we'll hit with the railgun. We'll turn to another Xenos friend, Jordan Russell. So remain stationary. It's long strike. So it's going to be 2s. And 6 is a hit. He doesn't get the lethal, so we're going to have to roll up to wound, which will be a 3. We've failed. We've got a built-in reroll here. With the targeting array, 1 wound roll can be re-rolled. Oh, it's a 2. It doesn't go through. It's highly reliant on that single dice roll, and it's not worked out. So, the 2 Seeker missiles, looking for 2s. Ah, right. +1 to hit roll, reroll. You should invade, you can reroll 1 hit roll, 1 reroll. Yeah, that's it. We're going to have to let that go as a miss. Yeah, oh boy. No, we'll have to go for his pressure hit. We'll go for a command reroll on this hit. Alright, so 2 hits do come through. Now we'll try and wound on 3s. On 4s, sorry. Because you're -1 to the win roll. 1 comes through. There's a chance to block this and keep this thing alive.
I'm gonna have to use one of the special need a 6.
Darren Gardner, Beast Snaggers player.
Oh, 100%.
There you go. A friend in need is a friend indeed. Can you block this? AP -3.
So looking for a 6.
Friends to the rescue. That's how useful Patreons can be. Well done, Darren Gardner. Big thank you. You've helped out a fellow Beast Snagger player. Kept that thing alive. Against the odds, it remains alive. I reckon I could still maybe go after it with the Crisis Battlesuit team. Quite glad to have those on the board. But it means if I go after that, then I'm not firing other targets. Interesting the way this has worked out. Right, almost destroying that squig off, but it remains on the board. All right, so we're going to use these to guide the Crisis Battlesuit teams in against the Squig Hogs. They can see through, just checking the terrain. I've got line of sight across it, it's all okay. For Unity Devastation enhancement has been granted to the Ethereal, so that will give their shooting lethal hits coming through. So 6s will auto wound. It's missile pods across the board here for those Crisis Battlesuits. So they're 2 shots each, and there's 3 of them. So we've got a total of 18 shots coming through, like so. So Michael lighted in, so they're going to be on +1 to hit rolls, ignoring cover and lethal hits. So we're looking at 3s. 4 shots coming through. This is Maxfield Knuckles firepower here, just borrowing one of the Imperial players. So we've got some auto wounds, which is useful enough. Okay. Looking something like that. There's another one. So, strength 7.
Toughness 7.
Force to wound. And there's some more, not a blistering amount. There's 7 have made it through. The toughness really helping out with these beastie boys. So we're looking at 7 saves, AP -1.
So you go to a 5 up, and then I've got a 5 up, feel no pain as well. So,
oh, brilliant.
5 up save, 7 you said, yeah?
Yep.
Yeah,
great. Just the one. Okay.
And then just 1 damage.
2 damage on these.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we'll pair these up, work our way through the feel no pains on these ones. How many wounds are your boys? 4?
They are 3 wounds.
3 wounds each, yeah. No,
so it's the first one.
No, it's 2 wounds taken but still alive. Gone, okay, so that's all absorbed on the one model.
Indeed.
Next one is blocked. Yeah, blocked 1, yeah, 1 wound taken. Next one. Good, 5+, that's going to absorb another one, so it's going to take another one to bring it down. Feel no pain working out. Yeah, and almost kept it alive. Right, it's 2 models slain.
Last one.
Blocked 1.
Wound, so.
Right, 2 models slain, and then a wound on another. Feel no pain proving to be very useful. Fire Warriors, just a quick volley. A warning shot, not to advance any further. So we're looking at 4s. And then strength 5, toughness 10. 6s to wound, and then the -1 anyway, so 6s. And we get a wound. There's no AP minus going on, so straight up armor save this thing, which is easily passed. Okay, the pulse rifle rounds just bouncing off at the front of that massive thing. It's nicely impressive. It's survived though. It still towers above the battlefield and just absorbing damage with its flesh and bone here. So well done. So that's that alleyway complete. Tower haven't brought down the main target, but the damage has certainly come through for sure. We'll shift over to this one. Broadsides can see through the gap between the ruins against the target that's dead ahead, the big rig. So I'll have a go at that next. Right, so broadside is going to be guided in by the Storm Surge. So we're going to let loose the 2 Seeker missiles and the heavy rail rifles. Everything else is out of range. The plasma rifles are out of range. So we've gone for Nicholas Lucas for firepower. We'll start with the rail rifles. We're looking at 3s. No kind of -1 hit rolls or anything like that going on. Okay, straight up 3s. Just 1.
Did that sustain as
No,
well?
nothing special going on with that. Just straight up dice rolling. Just looking to see if there's anything that can help us out. Not really. No, there's nothing. Just the 1 hit that comes through. So we're now looking at strength 12. I take it's going to be 3s to wound. 10, 3s to wound. And we do get a wound coming through. It is AP -4.
Go straight through.
Go straight through. And then the damage will be D6 +1. So we're saying no cover. The way we're positioned, we can see straight through to this thing. It's no cover. So it's D6 +1. Oh, just 1. And nothing I can do. 2 wounds being caused.
6 up, feel no pain.
2 5s. Okay, right. All right. Just some wounds coming through, but Alex would be happy enough with that result. Oh, 2 Seeker missiles. It's not over yet. 3s. Another one's missed. Once they're gone, they're gone. We're now going to try and wound on a 3, which we do. I doubt that's devastating wounds. No. So we are -3 with this one.
6 up.
5. No. And the damage, again, will be D6 +1. 1 again. Our shells are frozen.
Yeah.
Okay, so 2 more wounds coming through. So dropping down to 12 wounds taken, but that thing's still very much alive. So Hunter Rig survives. But we've got the Storm Surge coming up next. There's a ton of firepower available this thing. The main gun's a scary bit. We'll choose targets, so we've failed to bring down any monstrosities yet with the Orks. We'll think about targets. Right, so Storm Surge, add all the heavy guns. That's going to be the Destroy Missile, and then we're running the Pulse Blast Cannon at longer range dispersed. We'll put into the rig across the other side. We are towering, so we can see through the obscuring terrain. It's the only unit that we have that can do that. And then we'll go for the cluster rocket system into the bores over there. So that will be the route we go down. This is the last of our firepower here. I think we'll commit this to another Patronic friend. Andrew Swan for this firepower. So we'll turn to the Destroy Missile first of all. Need 3 because we sat still. It's a heavy weapon. Yeah, it's hit. Andrew Swan. And then we're looking at strength 16. 3s to wound. We do. It's AP -4.
Go straight through.
Go straight through. No, you get cover this time. Straight through the building.
Okay, so 6 up.
6 up to block. No. Okay, and then it will turn to the damage, which is D6 +2. It's potent enough if we can roll it. Ouch, 8. Alright, so 8 wounds caused in total. Feel no pains?
Yes.
Go ahead.
So, look at the 6s. No.
Okay, down to 4 wounds left. That's a nasty hit there from a Destroy Missile. Alright, with that hit coming through, Tower Sense, they can go for the destruction of that target. So now we're going to go to the Pulse Blast Cannon. 6 attacks, needing 3s. Okay, it's bang on average. We're now looking at strength 10. Toughness on the rig is 10.
10, yeah.
Force to wound. Oh, it's poor. Just the one makes it through. It's -2. There is the cover, so -1 in total.
So looking for a 4. I might use a...
Yeah, I was going to say,
Patronic dice. This is quite an important roll.
There are some Ork players. There's Bjork the Zog Puncher is a friend. Don't even need to tell you what faction he is. So looking at a 4+.
Oh, no.
Not this time. Goes through. Sadly, it's straight 4 damage. So you've got to get a feel no pain here to keep this thing alive.
Oh, I've got the 1.
You did. Woohoo, okay, 1 wound left. Okay, we're doing the damage. We're not quite destroying anything yet. So, I would say it's probably the most frustrating things in 40k is to be shot at before you get a chance to move. Alex is very polite. He's a very polite Ork player. But I think he's happy enough to see vehicles still alive on the table. Heavy damage coming through, which is not good, but vitally keeping these things alive. I think I'm running out of options. I declared the cluster rocket system down over there, and everything else is out of range. So we have got survival here for all of these heavy Ork constructs. So we'll now go for cluster rocket system, which I think is 4d6 shots. Yep. Oh boy. 18 shots coming through. Alright, so 3 to hit the Squid Cog Boys. Efficient firepower. Something special about this weapon system though. It's strength 5, toughness 7, 5 to wound. And there's just the 3. There's no AP minus. There's no cover, so it's just straight up armor saves.
4 ups. Make 1.
Okay, and just the 1 damage. So 2 wounds taken. Feel no pain?
Yep.
6s.
5s actually for these chaps.
5s. And block 1 and a cock dice. Defy the tower. No, alright. So 1 wound comes through, but it won't flinch them. Okay, and I think that's my firepower complete. Alex is comfortable. He's not lost any stuff. I'm comfortable. The Orks are some distance away. Both of us in this battle are going to have to move out of our comfort zone. I think the tower are going to... well, no, you'll invade...
I'm fine with that.
you'll invade my comfort zone, I think, is the way it's going to work here with the Orks. It'd be interesting to see how quickly they can move across the ball. We'll soon get an idea of that. I think we all know what direction everything the Orks have are going to go. They're going to head straight towards the tower. All 3 avenues are still a possibility. The Ork constructs are still alive here and ready to move out. So end of turn, we'll see if any points have come through for the tower. So nothing. We've not destroyed any targets, not killed any characters. So no points coming through. It is very early stages here. Alex has now seen what the tower could do with their firepower. Perhaps our best opportunity. We're firing all of our Seeker missiles, which are now gone. So a lot of one-use, or all of our one-use only stuff's been removed across here from the hammerheads. They'll just go down just to the main gun. So perhaps our best volley has just taken place. And we've seen survival with the Orks. They've taken wounds, but just absorbing the damage into these high wound models. So we'll go on to turn 1 for the Orks as they make their first move. All right, so turn 1 here for the Orks. Done this before with the tower. It's kind of, oh yeah, we got first turn. We'll just leisurely shoot at them at distance. There's no problem. All of a sudden, lurch. They come. So the halfway point being reached very quickly. You're going to start regressing. We didn't bring these targets down. So I thought these were slow lumbering things. They move about 10, plus advancing. So they've reached the halfway point on the board with ease. And then supporting units pushing up as well. The rigs pushed through, and then the Great White Shark pushing through, and then the home objective across there is being guarded.
Yeah, it's the only one that didn't advance. Everything else advanced upwards. I didn't roll very high for advances. I think the most I got was a 4 on the Hunter rig. Everything else is 1, 2, or 3. But everything's gone fairly slowly but surely towards the tower lines, down the 3 lanes. Yeah, pretty standard, pretty orky, I guess.
And we're saying we've got a lot of assault weapons, so there will be some firepower available. There's a bit of a tricky thing going on here, and that is trying to reach these. They're not beast models, they're mounted, and so they can't get into the ruins. So it would be things like infantry later on, perhaps, that can move in to try and flush out those crisis battle suits. They're allowed in because they have the fly keyword. That's why they're able to jump up on top of the ruins. Just making an adjustment on here just to keep that thing off the ruins. And I think everything else is okay. No, we're all right. It's just getting used to the way these ruins operate, because that's the building, but we're playing to the hard edge here. So Alex is just going single file. That's all good. Okay, so we're all running fine. We'll go on to shooting phase next. So we'll see what kind of decker the Orks can come up with. Alex has said it's short range, very random.
Not
very powerful. But they will fire anyway. Orks love their decker. All right, so firepower is quite limited just for the advanced and taking place, but there is some available. I think it's mostly on this side, so Alex can...
So the knobs on Warbikes can fire their twin Daka guns. Only these 2 are in range, and it's going to target the Fire Warriors. Yep. I don't know if this one can see through there. I'll double check that in a second. But front 2 against the Fire Warriors.
Okay.
What do they have? 3 attacks each.
Right, 6 shots in total. It is twin linked though. Looking for 5s.
Fantastic.
Okay, Daka. So bullets going everywhere, but no, none of them finding their mark. We have range. Line of sight is good as well, so you're going to get 3 shots.
Yep, so this back level Warbike into this crisis suit team.
Oh, that's the way to do it. Why is he at the back? 2 6s and a 5, so they will hit. Wounding on with toughness 5.
So strength 5 as well.
4s.
And I get the reroll with the twin linked ability.
Okay.
1 wound.
1 comes through.
No AP.
3 up save. Passed.
Nice. This squad of warbikers, regular ones, interestingly, these have a rule which these ones don't, which if they're within 9 inches, they get an extra AP on their DAC guns.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
I don't know why the knobs and warbikers don't get it, but it is what it is. But they will get 5 shots each. My dice.
Yeah, because they're at a closer range.
Here we go. So, 5s again. I need to start rolling towards here.
Okay. 4s. Rerollable.
2 wounds, -1.
Okay. Oh, 2 4-ups then. And we foul both, so 2 wounds taken. So Alex just figuring out any remaining shooting.
All I've had, I've one Squidcog boy who has a saddlegate weapon and a sticker. They're both going to target the crisis seats as well.
Okay.
Cool. So the saddlegate weapon is a 1 attack, 9-inch range, hitting on a 4. And then the sticker, which is the spear rocket launcher thing, 1 attack, hitting on a 5. Yeah.
Okay.
I might as well use the bomb squid corner here as well, actually. Again, just a token. Selects an enemy unit on a 2-up. It suffers D3 mortal wounds. So
he does look like a Ribena berry.
about to burst.
Bursting with goodness.
Hey,
what does that mean? He's hit? Oh no.
Hits. Hits on a 2-up, and then it's just D3 mortal wounds.
Nice.
That's 3.
Whoa, he's maxed out. Well done, well done. 3 mortal wounds taken. It's because of the shield drain, it's not enough to take out a crisis battle suit, but wounds flooding in. Good job from the bomb squig.
I'll take this off.
And he's away. Okay, and he can do that against targets that can fly, all that kind of thing. Probably not restricted.
Yeah, it just says selects one enemy unit within 12 inches and roll a d6 on a 2+. It suffers D3 mortal wounds.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, well done. Awesome. Bomb squig. Okay, so 5 powers finished. I don't think there's any charges that can take place, but distance has been covered for sure. It's quite impressive with that bomb squig. It's interesting. You got any more of those in your army?
I've got one more. This chap.
Oh, he's over there.
The raspberry.
Okay. Right, 5 powers down. No charges take place. End of turn. All right, so no points picked up for secondaries. That is the end of the turn here. The Orks have made their mark here. They pushed forwards to the centre of the table. The pressure now starts to be put onto the tower. Our policy is we have to prevent units from making contact with the tower. If our firepower is disrupted, then that's going to affect the tower, and in close combat they don't stand much of a chance. So we have to be ruthless and efficient against the Orks. It's a cold and calculating approach here from the tower, but they know that if their guns fail, then everything will collapse around them. So it's pressure on them. They can call upon help from reserves. Whether they commit now or not, we'll have to see where those reserves should arrive. There's 3 avenues to try and halt the Ork advance. Alex is hoping just to overwhelm the tower and to get in amongst them. And look at the way your advance has taken place. You actually sat on all 3 objectives in no man's land as well. This tactically puts the Orks in a good position. So tower firepower needs to be effective. It needs to be fast to get the Orks off of these objectives. Otherwise, Alex will sweep up the points. We'll go on to turn 2 for the tower coming up next. Right, so turn 2 for the tower. Again, I failed to get the extra CP for holding onto the objective and the Ethereal as well, so none of those come through, just on 2 CP, just the extra CP for the start of the turn. Pressure on the tower here, but we'll try and gun our way out of trouble. So Fire Warriors remaining where they are, Hammerhead number 2 and Long Strike remaining where they are. Long Strike blessing Hammerhead number 2. Kept the Crisis Battle Suits where they are. We're in this terrain and it's a better field of view to sit where we are. So we've kept them there. Held position here, held position with him. Move these round to create another guiding option. And then Deep Strikers have arrived. So Crisis Battle Suits have dropped in this corner. So the Commander and his team stretching down to there. And then the Cyclic Iron Blaster Suicide Squad to their right-hand side. I was going to bring them down to the bolster line, but it means the battle suits will be on my side of the board, and the aim of the game is to get onto these objectives to threaten the home objective of the Orks as well. So we've dropped them down to here. They need to shoot and be effective, and then survive any countermeasures from the Orks. We'll go on to shooting phase next for the tower. So we're going to make a start with the Storm Surge this time around. The main gun, it's in range 24, so it's the high caliber, high damage, lower number of shots is going to go into there. Destroy missile is going to go onto the front of this, which we can see. Then smart missile systems, the cluster rocket system, and also the air bursting fragmentation projectors. So that will target the squig hogs across there. So allocate with this. I'm not going to guide it in. If I guide and then split the firepower, it's going to affect the hit rolls. So we'll leave it. Just remaining stationary with all these heavy weapons will be 3s to hit. So I guess we'll fire the big gun. We'll go Carl Roden. He's a Xenos player, Tyranids, but we'll do the 2 shots. So this now changes to, we can choose either or the other. We'll go with the focused option. So I get 2 shots now, need 3s. But if one of these gets through, there'll be trouble. Something to bear in mind here, this is very significant. The WAG's been declared here. It's the start of a battle round, so it's going to immediately give Alex the 5+ invulnerable save and then prep his army for next turn. So now is the perfect time to call it if we can hit. We've hit once. The stratagem's been played, -1 to win roll.
Yep. It's tricky, isn't it?
It's tricky. Come on, reroll the hit roll. Because the damage is guaranteed. It's 12 damage if it goes through, so I have to worry about that. Come on, reroll the hit roll. This has to work. Missed. So now I've got to try and wound. On a 2, becomes a 3. God, I knew that was coming.
Oh, no.
It doesn't go through. Right, okay, just forget about that one. Move on. So that thing's now intact. It's different. It's crazy, isn't it? It's just either utterly destroyed or utterly untouched. So that's what's happened. Okay. We'll go here with the destroy missile. It's declared across there. This is, I wouldn't say the plan is falling apart, but one of the wheels has come off. We'll go on to the destroy missile next. 1 shot, need a 3. Oh, it's a hit. It's all right. So that's a plum hit. Strength 16, so 3s to wound. This thing, no. Storm Surge, what's happening? It's the weather, I think, is affecting our weaponry. Oh boy. We'll go with the small stuff, but not good. Storm Surge is whiffed here. So, not good. This puts pressure on my lines, puts pressure on Commander Ghost Tide across the other side who's watching to see these targets being destroyed, but it's not happening. We'll go cluster rocket system. This is number of shots, so it's going to be 12. So we'll have those in. Again, it is a heavy weapon. It's blast, but the target's too small, so we're going to go for 3s. And we're strength 5, your toughness 7. So 5s to wound, just the 1 wound comes through. Can we do any damage? Normal armor save.
Oh, no.
That's it. A wound, single wound caused.
5 up for no pain.
Take it.
Unlucky.
And passed. Oh, well done, well done. We'll go on to the twin smart missile system. So 4 shots in total with that one. It's 2 of them. 3 hits. And another wound comes through, so normal save, followed by feel no pain.
Nope. Feel no pain? No.
Hey, a wound. My 465 point unit has caused a wound. Next, we'll see if we can cause another wound. We're doing well. Twin air bursting fragmentation projector. It's D6 shots. So 4 shots. 3s, 5s. So another 1 wound coming through. Normal armor.
Yep.
Blocked. All right. I think that's 5 power finished. So that was odd. I mean, it should have done a lot better. 2 shots in 3s, followed by 2s usually, bypassing armor, and then away you go. But we've seen a string of bad rolls, and it's missed with that. The destroy missile as well is potent enough. So yeah, that's not good here. There is a gap between his forces, but there's not much here for the tower to block, and then intact here with these attacking units. So looking a good situation here for the Orks. They're raring to get stuck into the tower. We'll think about more firepower. The trick is, the problem is with these, is see cutting this corner across here. Line of sight's a problem. Obviously, we've got the immediate threat ahead of us, just with the 1 wound remaining on the rig. Right, broadside. Going to fire everything we have. Not going to be guided by anybody. Got other guidance stuff going on in other places, so we're just going to fire straight ahead. Going to go into the rig. Just going to try and hunt for a wound. That's all we've got to do. Heavy rail rifles needing 4s. Okay, 2 hits. 3s to wound. And a single wound comes through. It's AP minus 4.
5 up in front of us save because of my
Oh, because of the bug, yes.
I'm so sorry.
He's the king of the dice rolling. Well done. It's not often that Orks have to apologise for good dice rolling. So you take it whilst it's there. Twin plasma rifles is my last chance. We get a hit. It's strength 8 though, I think. So it's going to be 5s to wound. It doesn't go through. We are bouncing off the Ork armour here. Okay, so we're up to about here. We haven't yet done the Crisis Battlesuit team. We've got trouble down this alley as well. We've got stacked up tanks that are locked in a corner. Potentially, we've got to try and allocate firepower with these next. So, guided by long strike, going to put the railgun into this, straight into the nose of that beast, and then we'll do the smart missile systems into the bikers across there. Oh, sorry, the ball boys. I call them ball boys from Warhammer. So we'll go for the railgun, single shot. Come on, desperation. We'll call upon the Space Marines, Michael Fryer. A nice plumb here. I'll do what James does here and turn the turret. There we go. All right, nice clean hit. We'll now go for a wound roll of a 2+. Oh,
Nice.
this is nice because it turns into mortal wounds.
Oh.
So 7 mortal wounds come through. So it's going to bypass the M1 save from the WAG. Would you have blocked it? You can roll it if you want to.
Just
To see. You would have blocked it as well. It's your dice rolling. What's going on? It's okay.
He's dead. Yeah.
Feel no
Goes
pains?
straight through. No feel no pains.
All right. Does it detonate or belch and bellow?
Deadly demise.
It does.
Oh, no.
So what happens when a squig off blows up? We shall find out. It's probably not pleasant.
D6 mortal wounds.
Oh, is it? Oh no! All of a sudden, I don't know if you describe it as an explosion. A big squelching, splattering sound is heard. A big cry from this big lumbering beast, but it's just blown up, or perhaps just keeled over and landed on somebody. All right, we'll work out the damage here. D6 mortal wounds. Yeah, Alex was looking at the Kareen stratagem, but it can't be used on that because it's not a vehicle, which is annoying.
Okay, so I guess we'll do D6 on the knobs on warbacks.
Okay. 2. Okay,
Not
tame.
bad.
That's okay. Feel no pain?
I don't think they have actually. No, they don't.
Okay.
And then on the war bikers or ball boys, 4.
Ouch.
That's 1, and then 1 takes a wound.
Wound, yes. Feel no pain on them?
No.
No.
No. And then the Squig Hog boys and the knob. All
5.
That's not ideal.
Ouch. Okay.
They do have a feel no pain though.
Yeah, this does do the tower favour. Some damage coming through.
So let's do 5 feel no pains. Looking for 5s. No.
None. Ouch. Right, so target removed from play. 3 casualties, 3 ones rolled here on the boys. So 7 of them have deployed. The mortal wounds have all been allocated. So damage done. This is really has helped the tower here for sure. Over on this flank, they're doing better on this side than in the other 2 alleyways across the table. So we've still got a bit of firepower still from Hammerhead number 2. So that's going to be the smart missile systems. So going into 4 bikes. Looking for 3s. 5s. A save. Normal armour.
4 up. No.
Okay, wound taken.
Feel no pain.
Passed again, another 5. Okay, so that's it. 5 power done from him. We've got Long Strike available next. So Long Strike's going to go into here. There is a model that's taken some wounds, so we'll try and do the smart missile systems first. Looking for 3s. It's definitely 3s. It could be 2s. So add Long Strike going in. Yeah, it's not guided, so it's going to be 3s. 5 to wound. Yeah, just the 1. No AP minus.
No.
Okay, so wound taken on one of the knob bikers.
So it's on 1 wound left.
1 wound left. Oh, railgun. Single shot, need a 2. Okay, a 2 to wound. No, we'll use our built-in reroll. Okay, the wound goes through.
I do have a 5 up invulnerable save.
Yeah, you can take it.
Just to wrap it in, I might use a Petronic dice.
Sure. So we're looking for an Orky friend. There's the Chris Kaminsky dice, if it's important enough. You've got Dave Humphries, another Ork player. There's Andreas Stur, another Ork player. You go for Andreas.
Let's go with Andrew, yeah.
Okay, Andreas Stur here, Ork player.
Right, let's go. Looking for a 5. Oh,
crazy. There's a lot of 5-ups. Okay, and that's without the
so defensive.
Yeah, no, really, really good. All right, we'll press on. Next target. Okay, so we'll go with these and guide those in with their 5 power. Not going to split, obviously, so just going to put everything into the knob bikers. So 18 shots coming through. We have to do well. Otherwise, there's trouble. So we'll go for 3s to hit because they're guided. We're ignoring any kind of cover because they've been guided in. It's the ethereal that's doing it. So lethal hits we're looking at as well. So 6s will also wound. And we'll turn to a Tyranny friend. Or sorry, not Tyranny friend. A Tau friend. Nate Miller. It's definitely a Tau player. We're looking for 3s. 6s are good. There's a triple. We'll take away the failures, which is pretty accurate. This is not too bad. Alex reckons we're looking at toughness 6. I'm coming at strength 7 with missile pods, so 3s to wound. Some have failed. A good number have come through. Lethal hits element has helped a fair bit. 5, 6, 7, 8 saves. It's only AP minus 1 though.
Okay, so 5 up. Either way, I guess it's a 5 up.
And there's a high proportion of 5s and 6s. Well done. 4 make it through. Damage 2 each time.
So first one's got 1 wound left, so it just kills 1, kills a second, and the last is on 2 wounds.
Take 2 wounds, okay. So Alex, move that to the front, take those 2 away. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's reduce those down a fair bit. All right, here we go. This is what we're going to go with. This squad across here is going to guide the other squad, the command team squad, into the war bikers, the knob war bikers across here. Everything we have is going to go into there. Quite optimistic about this one, but obviously we'll see what happens here. So we'll go for Chris Heim for firepower from the Tau. So I have an ability on that commander, Exemplar of the Kuyun. So we get the ability to turn ahead. So it's kicking in now instead of turn 3. So I'm getting, would you believe, sustained hits 2 because I'm a guided unit. Well, this unit is a guided unit. Yeah, you get sustained hits 2. So all my weapons, 6s will pop, 2 bonus hits coming through. So it should be blistering enough from the commander's unit. +1 to hit rolls. We're rerolling 1s for his built-in ability as a commander as well. So it's 3s to hit, rerolling 1s. And 6 is popping 2 bonuses.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good, yeah. We'll go for the Crisis team with their fusion guns, and then the commander hit a bit better with his. So fusion guns, looking for 3s, rerolling 1s. All right, so 2 hits come through. Then we'll go to, there is the invuln, so try and get past those. Alex is not unprotected. And then this is the commander who gets his hit. No bonus hits coming through. These are fusion guns, so strength 8. So 3s to wound. 1. Okay, and then an invuln
Just a
save.
5 up invuln?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, no. Yeah, no feel, no pain, so...
Straight up damage. We're going to be looking at D6 for a fusion blaster. And it's a 1.
Come on. So unfortunate.
Well, it's okay. We've got more weapons. Don't worry. Got plenty. Plasma rifles, 3 shots plus the commander. We really could do some 6s though. All right, so 3 hits and a bonus 2. That's excellent. Then we'll put the commander in. He gets his hit as well. This is good. Threes to wound again, coming in at strength 8. And this is good. 5 saves. It's -3 or 4, so it's going to be invuln saves down 5 dice. And none. Right now there's trouble. These are 3 damage each. These are high caliber weapons here. Plasma rifle. Yeah, strength 8 -3 damage.
So you just about killed all of them.
There's a wipeout.
Yep. 4 wins each, so that'll kill 1, and then 4 more, 2 in each. Yeah.
Target destroyed. Okay, well done. Yeah, that's Talvai. That is wiping out whole targets. That's the way it should be done. It's like the commander's turned up and trying to teach the rest of the army how it should be done. The master has arrived to teach these apprentices how to shoot. Right, decisions to make now with the Kamikaze Cyclic Iron Blaster team. Where to shoot at with them. All right, so Squig Hog unit. We're going after them with the Cyclic Iron Blaster squad. So tons of firepower. Hazardous will be a problem. We are going to supercharge. So we're looking at 4s because we're not guided in. We roll up for hazardous later on. Look at that big chunk that's missed. Then we've got others across here. And that one's at 3. There's another 3 there. We're going to go for 3s to wound though because we're strength 8 against toughness 7. So we'll take away those ones, but it's still pretty good. These are AP -2, targets in the open. 9 invulnerable saves for the Warg of 5+.
Let's see how we get on. Ooh, not bad.
It's really good. 5 blocked, well above average. Damage 2 each time.
Okay, so I do have a feel no pain as well, actually.
5+, yep.
So
good durability here on these orcs. High number of wounds, feel no pains, and invuln saves kicking in now as well.
So this one's on 2 wounds, so it needs to make 2 5s to save.
Okay, blocked.
All right.
Go for another one. Combine this with good dice rolling. Okay, so he's gone. Okay. And then you may as well, go for that one. No.
And then the last one
is enough to get another model. Okay, but there's still the leader left and another member from the squad. Okay, I think that's our firepower complete. There's been a spread of damage across the board, but nothing significantly halting all 3 of these avenues. All 3 alleyways are still open here for the Orks. Each in a battle, and so I've not seen this many times in games of like an alleyway fight going on. Here in 3 different sections. It is, 3 mini battles here, and Tau not dominating in either at the moment. They're causing damage in all 3. They haven't halted the Ork attack on either of these 3 alleyways. So turn comes to them. There's no charges obviously from the Tau. Give an update on score. Some points have come through. All right, so points coming through. 5 points picked up for holding the home objective. And then we destroyed this thing across here, which is 2 points plus a bonus 2 for the number of wounds. You get an extra 2 points for destroying something of that size. So 9 points to 0 at this stage. There is a turn in hand though for the Orks. Alex has got lots of options here. He can go down the alleyways as planned, or he can try and about face squig off across here, or use other options to go after the crisis battlesuit teams. So turn 2, we have a great opportunity here for the Orks. So turn 2 here for the Orks. Alex has hit that zone where it's a good place to be in for the Orks. Having taken damage, yes, but having got into position, ready to unleash the Wargs. That invuln save kicking in, advance and charge, disembarking from transport vehicles as well. So the shape of this game is going to change. Orks have made their initial moves. They have weathered, I have to say, they've weathered the storm. So fair play to them for doing that. And now's a chance for them to unleash their fury against the Tau. And Tau are tasty targets in close combat. There's no doubt about that. But if Alex can make a big impact here. A well-coordinated multi-charge across the board to take on various units. If the impact's big enough, it could cripple the Tau here at this early stage in the game. We'll see how he goes for the throat here against the Tau. So we're on turn 2 here for the Orks. Few things to do. We're halfway through the movement. My hazardous roll. So people would have picked that up in the comment section. So we're looking for 1s or not looking for 1s. What saint? There's all my good dice rolling. 6 6s. And 3 4s. It's crazy. Shame that wasn't a shooting roll. Okay, but they survived. It's the snow. You're not going to get hot in the snow. That's why it's very realistic. Now that's done, we're going to do a bit of Overwatch here. So not on him, but against these ball boys pushing. I'm going to call them ball boys. They've gone through there. I'm going to Overwatch with the Commander's Crisis Battlesuit team. So we'll go plasma rifles first, all looking for 6s. In fact, if I get 6s, we're popping extra hits coming through here. If we can get 6s. None, but I'm re-rolling 1s. And we still don't get any. We'll go fusion blasters next, looking for 6s and re-rolling 1s. This is terrible. Nope. We'll then go for cyclic iron blasters. Looking for 6s and re-rolling 1s. We're supercharging. Alright, so we've got 3 hits, which becomes 6 hits. And then we're looking for 3s to wound. Okay, and that's it. AP -2.
So 4, yeah.
On 4.
So 5 up invulnerable save.
Yeah, for the WAG, which still goes on.
Make 1 fail 3.
Okay, the 2 damage each time. Okay. So we're going to work on some feel no pains.
First one makes 1 is on 2 wounds.
Okay.
Second one
makes 1.
The last one
gets him, but only just enough to slay a model. Whether that was worth a CP, perhaps. I'm sure he's potent enough in close combat. All right, we'll let Alex continue his move. And we'll roll a hazardous. And I knew that'd happen. We'll take 3 mortal wounds. So movement's complete. We've moved around to this side of the board so you can see what's going on, to give you the perspective from the Ork point of view. There's a lot of empty space across here as the Orks push deeper into the tower half of the table. Let Alex run through his movement here.
So the group that was over here, Mosrog, the Ork and the Shark tank, has moved back so we can charge him. Nob and Smasher Squig, he lost his Squig Hog boys, but he's still going to go in there. The war bikers that were nestled under this arch have moved up as well. And the rest of the Orks here, 10 have disembarked from the Squiggoth. They're going towards the Fire Warriors on the left. Squiggoth head on towards the... Is it Storm Surge, that one?
Storm Surge, yeah.
And then over in the middle, 20 Orks came out of the Hunter Rig and have kind of occupied that ruin. Hunter Rig with 1 wound left is going straight towards the broadsides. I think last couple of moves, the Nob on Smasher Squig, which is here, just moved up to claim the central objective. And over on the right flank, just shuffled a little bit forward. Didn't get very high in the advance rolls, but still close enough to hopefully charge those, not devilfish, hammerheads.
Hammerheads, correct, yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
that's it.
Movement done. All right, we'll see if Ork aggression pays off here to try and hammer the tower, if they can. Dacker gun shots. Over on this flank.
Yeah, 3 here into these crisis suits.
Yep.
They're in rapid fire, so they get +1 AP and 5 shots each, so looking for 5s. Okay.
There's a few. Toughness 5.
Strength 5. Reroll because it's twin linked.
Force to wound.
Oh yeah, sorry.
All of them. Nice.
So 5 wounds, -1.
And -1 as well. 4 ups. And we failed 2, so not enough to destroy a model, but some wounds coming through.
Okay, flank. 2 warbacks here going into these Fire Warriors. Again, 10 attacks. 5s.
3s now.
Yeah, -1.
Okay. So 3 have wounded. It's -1 to wound roll because of the Guardian drone. There's a 3 there, so Alex is going to roll a reroll. No. Okay, 3 saves. And blocked 2 on the AP -1 because we are in cover. So 1 casualty taken. A little bit more firepower to come, not too much yet.
Just this one Nob and Warbike, he doesn't get the +1 AP and is a target in the Fire Warriors. I think I'm just out of 9 inches, so it's just the 3 shots. Hit on 5s, and it's 4s to wound. Yep.
Okay.
No AP.
Blocks that one.
Perfect.
Okay. Shooting phase finished. No,
One
across
more.
there it is. We've got this one.
Lastly is the Hunter Rig. He's got 2 weapons. He's got the Heavy Lobber and the Stick Cannon. Both going to attack the broadsides. So the Stick Cannon, 1 attack hits on a 5. No. And then the Heavy Lobber is D6. Ooh.
6 has been rolled.
Also hitting on 5s. Okay, that's pretty good.
6 and a 5.
Now, strength 6, no AP, 2 damage. So,
Toughness 6.
okay, so 4s.
All of them.
Not bad.
God, I'm being schooled with dice rolling for shooting here. AP minus.
No minus, just 2 damage though.
2 ups. We do pass our saves. Okay, the armour holds on the broadsides. Any other shooting? Other stuff that could shoot is made advanced moves, like boys with pistols and so on. Okay, so what we'll do is go on to the charge phase next. My Overwatch has been used up, so it's all down to rolling up to see if these charges go ahead. There's lots of them all across the board. All right, so charge phase for the Orks has been resolved. Obviously, no Overwatch. All charges have gone ahead except one. So, boys have gone in against the Hammerhead and the Strike team. Then Warbikers have gone in here against Hammerhead number 2 as well. The Ork boys charged with ease. They'll clamber up and take on those battle suits. Command rerolled this charge and failed, so didn't go in. Broadsides have escaped. Squigoff's gone in. There's a rule here we've got to deal with. Trampling charge. Ork boys rolled really high. They've gone in. I was tempted to throw photon grenades, but Alex got himself too close, so well done. And across the other side, all of Alex's units charging in against both squads of Crisis battlesuits. All the tower can do now is try and survive. That's all they can do. Trampling charge against the Storm Surge.
Yes.
So you're glad to have made it. All the way across the board.
You saw his friend got blown up on the right. So essentially a roll of dice, adding 2 to the result of a charged, and on a 4 to 5, D3 mortal wounds, on a 6, 3 mortal wounds, so it's plus 2.
Fine.
So we get 4, it's 3 mortal wounds. Nope. 4, so it is D3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
3.
And rightly so. 3 mortal wounds dropping down to 17. Okay, so Alex can fight. I could interrupt play. A complete and utter waste of points. Probably. You could try down here against these boys, try and take a few of them out, maybe. So it's but 2 command points to do it. Across here, it's a total waste of time. Down here, again, a waste of time. I need 5s in close combat. So I would imagine I'm not going to interrupt play anywhere. So Alex is free to fight across the board here with most Tau units. Yeah, everything except these and long strike. Everything else finds itself in close combat against the Orks. So Alex has hit a good place here with the Orks. So pick a combat.
Start with a Squigoff, I think.
Oh yeah, of course. Here it is.
So he's got a new rule in 10th edition where you can do strike or sweep, whereas before we could only do strike. But okay. I'm still going to stick with strike. 4 attacks, comes 5 because of the warg. Hitting on 3s. As
Alex is going to go Chris Comiskey for this. It's the double Chris Comiskey attack here. We're calling this thing the Comiskey cow. So in it goes. Oh boy! Right, if you double stack these dice, strange things can happen. Here it comes. Looking for 3s.
3s.
Oh, okay.
6s are sustained, right? That's my army rule.
Yep, 6 is a sustained hit. Nice. Another dice can be added back in. So that's 4 in total.
Strength 13.
Toughness 11.
So 3s.
3s to wound. It's all quite average here. 3 have made it through.
Not bad.
Okay, so not bad at all. And then I can go down to my invulnerable save of 4+, which I'll gladly take. And for that, we'll call upon the Thousand Suns in such times of trouble. We'll go for 4s. It's the artist formerly known as Vij. He has helped out. Here's block 2. Ooh, what kind of damage are we looking at?
D6.
D6? Come on. No, it will absorb. Yeah. We can absorb 2. Go ahead. Just the 1. Oh, okay.
I'm going to have to command.
You're going to command rewrite.
Okay. I know it's early on, but... Is there another... I'm going to use another Patreon dice.
What's that important to him? He's reached the Storm Surge. He wants to get better than just a single wound coming through.
Is there Blood Angels?
There is. There's Blood Angels Ryan.
I'm trusting this one.
Okay.
Right.
Blood Angels Ryan.
Let's go. Looking for a 6.
Oh. 1 again. Yeah. Now we escaped lightly with some dice rolls not coming through. So 16 wounds left. Okay, we've got off lightly. Now we've talked about this. We're vehicle here with the Crisis battlesuits as well, so we can stay in close combat and try and shoot our way out of trouble, which could be an option across here. Okay.
Come around to here. We're going to do the beast snaggers next, I think.
Okay. Lots of dice. This is for the regular boys with their choppers.
Yeah. So hitting on 3s.
Okay, that's the hits, and then 3 sustained hits coming through. Toughness 3.
Toughness 3. I'm strength 6 on the
On the charge, yeah, that's fine. That's okay. 2's to wound. Oh, 3's to wound because of the Guardian drain. I'll check to see if that's for close combat as well. No, it's ranged attacks only, so these all come through. And then we're looking for AP -1, I take it.
Yes.
5 ups, and we're dead. Yeah, wipe out. Ouch. Good work from the Ork boys. Nice clean kill with them. Just chopping down the tower before they even had a chance to draw their mini samurai swords. Okay, that's the price we pay for not keeping the enemy at bay. Alex is about to make his attacks here with a heap of Ork boys. There's 20 squad plus the leader inside. I've played stim injectors as a last gasp attempt to try and keep them in good condition, or to try and block some damage. This system injects the battlesuit pilot with a measured dose of chemical stimulants intended to temporarily accelerate their physical aptitude and pain tolerances. That's a good description of what we're about to face.
Because the beast boss is leading them, they actually get +1 to hit rolls. Which
Correct.
Is quite
Yes,
brutal.
I know the rule.
Yeah, looking for 3s. 2, sorry. Actually.
You're playing Orks how I play mine. To try and deliver them across the board. I'm sure most Ork players are trying to do the same. Deliver them effectively across the board. Yes, take some damage and then slay them hard in close combat. So this is what we're...
Some accountable losses.
So looking for 2s. 6s will pop extras. All looking good. And then Alex will pick out the 6s. Alex is rerolling his 1s because he can reroll the hit roll against vehicles.
Yeah.
So add those 7 back in, plus a bonus 1. So trying to wound here on 3s, I think it is. If you're strength 6, it's going to be 3s. It's flooding the table with dice. Look at all of these coming through. Stim injectors are not going to help. The tower busy taking aspirins. to try and halt the damage.
Right.
Aspirin's no good if you've got a chopper buried in your head. Okay, his wound's coming through. Oh, man.
Do you just roll these ones?
So that's all these... Right, and this is half, right?
This is half, and then I've got the beast
Character as well. Right, yeah. Looking for 4s. These are all 1 damage, so they'll be easy to allocate out. Okay, so we're looking for 4s to block initially. So 19 coming through, which is going to wreck a couple of suits, and I'm going to try and negate this with some 6s for stim injectors. A 1. So that's going to leave us with 18, right? So we'll calculate here and see casualties. So that's very comfortably remove those from play. They're destroyed, and that's with only roughly half the attacks coming through. They hit like a train, these beast boys coming through. Good work from them. You've just taken out Phoenix Lord here. It's Nate Miller's squad. They've been decimated by those Ork boys, chopped to pieces, and then Itamiara leading the squad. Well done. Good chopping there from the Ork Snagga Boyz. Okay, going to move on to this squad of Ork boys across here. They're going to do their attacks. Alex has declared what he's going to do. He's going to split, but most of the attacks are going to go into Hamhead number 2. Tower must survive here. This is not good. They've got to survive better than this. If we lose heavily over in that corner, then Alex well and truly has got himself ahead. See, casualties have been heavy enough for the Orks. They have taken damage, but they're catching up quick.
So we've got the 5 Orks against Hammerhead, these 2 against the Warriors.
Yep.
So the 4 regular Orks and Hammerheads. Reroll because it's a vehicle. They're hitting on 3s.
Okay. 6s pop.
1, 2, 3 6s.
Then we're looking at toughness on the tank.
Yeah.
Is going to be 10.
Okay, so 5s.
5s to it. It's a lot of dice. It's a lot of dice. It's AP -1. Yeah, there's a good few.
Not bad.
He's stolen all of my orange dice. He's run out of dice for his attacks.
Just 7 then, please.
7. Can I have 2 orange dice, please? Sorry.
I don't know about that.
There we go. Thank you. So we're looking at... Do I start on a 2? No, it's a 3. So it's 4s. Come on. Yeah, not bad. Not bad. 2 wounds do come through. And the Hammerhead's got plenty of wounds, dropping down to 12 left. Right, next up.
Boss Knob with his power snapper, 5 attacks with the Warg. Hitting on 3s, rerolling.
Amazing.
I need it. Strength 8, so still 5s annoyingly, but...
2 go through.
-1, 2 damage, please.
Come on, no, ouch.
4 damage.
4 damage, yeah, I'll take it. Dropping down to 8. That was a good bit of snapping.
And then last but not least, 2 regular orcs on the fire warriors. So the one with a chopper. All right. 2 exploding 6s. And then 2s to wound. Oh no, Guardian Drain. Oh no, still 2s to wound, isn't it?
Yeah, still 2s to wound. 4. -1. 5 ops.
Yes.
We blocked 2. I think there is a Feel No Pain. It comes actually from the Ethereal. Yeah, 5+ Feel No Pain. And he helps on 2 6s. Oh, wow. That will encourage the tower just to keep fighting on despite the orcs well within their comfort zone.
I've got the thump gun as well. He's only got a close combat weapon, so 3 attacks on the charge. Nope. And then strength 5, so 3 wounds, 2 wounds, no AP.
1 save, 1 fouled. Feel no pain. No. Okay, 1 slain. We'll go here. Okay. See, my casualties is low. But the tower are out of position, pinned back mostly to their own lines, and find themselves in close combat. So, can't write the tower off. But orcs are starting to swing the game, I think, in their favour.
So we've got the Warbikers next. Boss Knob and a regular guy. Regular guy has a chopper, so 4 attacks. Oh, sorry. Hitting on 3s, no rerolls. And then strength 5. This is going to be 6s now.
Okay.
And then the Boss Knob, though, 4 attacks with a big chopper. Hitting on 3s.
Yeah,
Oh, terrible.
just the one.
Strength 8. 1 wound.
-1,
please.
Yeah. No.
2 damage.
Further 2 damage. Yeah, I'm going to... Come on, reroll. I'm going to need it later on, I would suspect, so we'll take it. Oh, this is painful. Okay. All right, so he's equipped with... And this is kind of weird. He's going to use the Gut Ripper. I know that name. Maybe named after a famous orc, perhaps. Okay, he's going to use the Gut Ripper, and it's a +1 damage against monsters and vehicles. So we are actually vehicles. So
and it's also exploding on 5s rather than 6s, so it's pretty good.
It is good. God.
Yeah, so 7 attacks. Looking for 2s actually.
Yep. 5s and 6s are good.
Ah, that's not good. I guess the 1 sustained is perfect.
Sorry, you're sustaining on 5s?
Yes.
Yeah, add another one in.
Yeah, I could tell them. So yeah, 7 hits then.
Yep.
5, 6, 7. And it is strength 8 because it's +1 to charge.
3s to wound.
3s to wound.
This is an important roll.
Not that good. Okay.
3.
Yes.
Which we can block because, thankfully, we have shield generators, and I will call upon a Patreon for this one. This is important. Valhalla Field Marshal Robert, Imperial Fist player. If there's any tough faction out there, it's them. Yeah, we do block 2.
4 damage.
4 damage on that squad. Yeah, I was wondering why I had 3 wounds taken. That was from Overwatch with my hazardous roll. So a Crisis Battlesuit team member removed, but 2 left, plus the commander doing their job, protecting him. So Alex can now go for his attacks. I think they're all going into the other squad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Start with the Warbikers. Just the regular boys. 4 attacks each, hitting on 3s. No rerolls or anything. So 1 exploding 6 cancels out that miss.
Threes to wound. 5.
Oh, what's your toughness again? Sorry.
Toughness 5.
I'm in strength 5, so it's force to wound.
Force to wound.
Yeah. So just the 3.
3 make it 3. Again, we'll go to 4+ invulnerable saves, which we pass 2. Damage on that one?
Just the 1.
Just the 1 wound taken. Okay.
So 3 wounds for that chap there.
Okay.
Then I've got the Boss Knob with a big chopper, who gets 4 attacks again.
Just zoom in so you can see the fight taking place. There it is. There's Commander Ghost tired. He's looking the other way.
So
He doesn't want to look. He's a bit squeamish.
the tip chap over there. So boss knob, 4 attacks on 3. Sorry, not very good.
Yeah, we're surviving our little corner.
Okay. It is wounding though.
It's important, this one. If we survive and break out, there's objectives to go after. If we die, we're kept off the objectives and the Orks have done their job. So this is an important corner of the table, there's no doubt about it. 1.
-1, 2 damage, just 1.
No.
It wouldn't kill him because he's taken 3 wounds.
Yeah. You still got your main characters to go. Yeah. Yeah, we'll take it.
Yep.
Other 2 wounds to be added on. Shield Drain's trying to absorb damage here, just helping out the Crisis Battlesuit teams. We're surviving okay. It's down to a character now. This could be the last combat on the board. And we get to strike back, but it's almost not worth doing.
So, I'm going to do... Let's have a look. Yeah, so 5 attacks, comes 6 on the charge. Hitting on 3s. Now, annoyingly, because he's not leading a unit anymore, he doesn't get the +1 to hit roll. So it's back to 3s, which is still fine.
Unless you roll 4 2s.
It's not fine. I take it back. Everything's terrible. Strength 8, so 3s to wound.
Yep.
1 wound.
Just the 1. Survive. Come on. 4+. Yes, blocked on the invuln save.
And then I do get 2 extra attacks with my Smasher Squig.
Okay.
Yep, so 2 attacks, hitting on 4s, these ones. 2 hits.
Hits, well done.
Strength 7.
Well done.
2.
Oh, that's not over yet. Yeah, we block that one.
2 damage.
It is 2 damage. I'm going to command reroll on this one. And we pass. The 4+ invulnerable save coming from our shield generators, really helping those Crisis Battlesuits, so they've stayed alive. Just lost 1 of them out of 7 models in total, including the commander. Okay, we'll strike back. We won't expect to do very much at all, but we'll get that resolved for the tower next. Combat's resolved. No damage across here whatsoever. 1 wound caused against the Warbikers across the other side for one of the Crisis Battlesuit team members. That's combat's resolved. Orks have done well. Whether they've done enough, we'll have to see. We've got options across the other side. We try and shoot our way out of trouble, but it's a lot of toughness, a lot of flesh to try and get through. Again, we can try and shoot our way out of trouble across here. These are available. There's a massive horde of Ork boys, not sure what to do about those. And I'm backed up into the corner, but we're surviving across here. So the battle is well and truly on. We'll give you an update on points at this stage. Yeah, I mean, we just... See, bring it down. Each time a monster or vehicle model is destroyed, it's a unit, but each individual model is two victory points. So actually 6 points, as we said, 6 points for destroying those, and then 10 points for primaries as well. So 16 points to 9, it's not a huge gap, but Alex has got himself ahead. What we'll do is we'll head on to turn 3 for the tower. It's a fight for survival. They've got to survive, push back, and then push out onto objectives if they're to stand a chance in this game. Turn 3, the middle stage of the battle for the tower, coming up next. Alright, so turn 3 for the tower. We've not moved anything. We're going to sit where we are and try and blast our way out of trouble. So for 10th edition, correct us if we're wrong. I'm not going to go through all of this. Monsters and vehicles can shoot and be shot at even whilst they're within engaged range of enemy units. Each time a ranged attack is made by or against such units, subtract 1 from the hit roll. So I can fire whilst I'm in close combat, and if I'm shooting at a vehicle or monster that's in close combat, I can shoot at them and it's -1 to hit them. So that's going to be quite crucial here for a lot of the situations that are taking place across the board. And just to bear in mind that Crisis Battlesuits do have the vehicle keywords. They could shoot whilst they're in close combat, will be -1 to the hit rolls. The other thing to think about, and again, correct us if we're wrong, for the greater good, it just says you need to be eligible to shoot. So if I'm a vehicle in close combat, I am eligible to shoot. So I can help guide attacks in, we reckon. They're in your face, though. I mean, you wouldn't use your binoculars, would you? But,
I reckon it still works.
but they can coordinate the attacks. Correct us if we're wrong. We reckon we can coordinate attacks and use the for greater good ability even whilst in close combat. So I'm just going to try and allocate firepower here as efficiently as possible for the tower. One other thing to point out, I fouled again on the 2 For holding this one, 4+ to get the command point, and the Farrier once again failed the 4+. So it's a terrible track run with him, but surely one day we'll start getting 4+. So I'm going to go for the main gun just straight into the belly of the beast. All the soft stuff is going to go across here, and then we're going to launch a destroy missile through the gap and try and take out that character. So we'll go...
I'm going to use the hard as nails again.
Hard as nails stratagem to be used. I've gone to the Travis Gen dice for this one, so we'll go Gen first with a destroy missile. Then Travis can do the main gun, and then Gen, well, they can share all the soft stuff. Gen, destroy missile, needing a 4, because with sat still it's heavy, 3 ups, but I'm firing out of close combat, -1 hit rolls. A 4, if ever I've needed one, is now a 6. Right, we'll start as we mean to go on. We're looking for strength 16. 2s.
Yep.
I knew that was coming. A 1. Now I'll command reroll the living monkeys out of this thing. Yeah. 2.
Just about.
Right, okay, so we're looking at AP -4 for destroy missile. It will kill you. It's D6 plus 2 damage.
So 2 wins. I do have a 5 up. Feel no pain.
Oh, right, okay, fine, yep.
I'll roll the 2 just in case. No, it's dead.
Oh, you got an invuln of any kind?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay,
No.
so it goes through. Oh, you passed one. You rolled a 6 and a 1.
D6 plus 2. So even if...
Oh, there's a third dice. You'd need to try and pass another third one.
Roll the D6.
Yeah, we'll do it in the right order. 3. So 5 in total. Alex needs to roll 3 5+. Don't you dare, oh boy.
Nah, I'm going to save the command point.
Got him. Now that's a sneaky move. It's just to kick Alex off of an objective. Just trying to play a bit tactically. So destroy missiles fired. We'll then go for 2 shots into this with the heavy gun. This is Travis here, looking for 4s. If both of these hit, this will be a turnaround. Well, not, yeah, it'll be good for the town. And 2 2s now. I can't sit there going toe-to-toe with this big rutting beast.
Well, he did 1 wound last time. It's not that...
Yeah, it's combat could go on forever. Come on, reroll. Gosh, it's ridiculous. 4s. Come on. Got a 4. No CPIP. Starved of command points. So, yeah, we've missed, and there's nothing I can do about it. 2 2s. Never mind, I'll have to continue, but we'll fire out with our clustery rockets and so on. So we'll do the air-bursting fragmentation projector, which I think we're on D6 plus 4 because of the size of the unit. Okay, so 5 shots. Needing 4s. And needing 4s. Nope. Okay. Cluster rocket system, 4d6. It is blast. It's going to be 4d6 plus 4. It's a crazy amount of shots. It's not too crazy though. So we're looking at 12, 16 shots coming through. And 1 more. Looking at 4s. Okay. Looking at 4s. There's 3. No AP minus. Bit of cover.
So yeah, 5 become 4 ups. Fail 2.
Feel no pain?
6 up.
No. Okay, 2 slain. Smart missile system, same target. There's a sustained hit. For Koyon kicking in. And are we twin linked? I suspect we might be. We are. 2 come through. Ignoring cover. 5 ups.
Nope. Is it just 1 damage?
Yeah, 1 damage. Feel no pain.
No, 2 more.
Okay. Seeing the way the dynamic of the rules work here. These can't guide, for example, because they're not eligible to shoot, because they're infantry within engagement range. So we're seeing the way the rule works here. These 2 can guide. He could guide him because he's eligible to shoot whilst he's in close combat. So we're starting to see the way this works. Figuring out what to do, if to guide these or not. There's that. I could shoot into that close combat, I reckon. I could try and go after him, try and strip away the wound. There's a number of options to go for. I'm going to switch across to this side. I'm going to go to long strike. He's going to guide him into shooting into close combat. We're then going to use the soft stuff to the smart missile system to go into the boys. And then we'll go for the main gun into this model here again to try and play tactically on the objectives. So we'll go for Sam Hermes on this roll. So nice, solid railgun shot. think we need 2. So roll up here, and it's a 5. It's going to be a plum hit. It's going to be a 2 to wound. There's no doubt about that. And that goes through, and that's devastating wounds, Alex. So that's D6 plus 6. That's 11 mortal wounds caused on him. He's taken a shot right between the boar eyes.
He's dead.
Okay. So in a puff.
Oh, actually, no. Sorry. He does have a 600 mana save for that one.
No, it's mortal wounds. Right, it just goes straight through. So you can roll it if you want to. If you're no pain.
Nah.
Too far gone. Target destroyed.
He'll admit defeat this time.
Target destroyed. Okay. Interesting. We're clearing objectives. Very interesting situation we're on now. We'll do the softer firepower. So from long strike, it's 4 attacks each. And we'll try and aid our Tau brethren fighting in close combat. It's all about working together. These 2s, I'll check. We're firing into close combat, so I don't think so. So he's not guided himself in. He starts on a 3+. It's not a heavy weapon. And it's -1 to hit roll, so there's a load of misses. And I'll use my targeting array. Yeah, reroll, single hit roll, wound roll. We'll save it. We'll try and wound, and then we'll use our single reroll, which doesn't help. 1 wound comes through. Your toughness 5, aren't you on those?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just normal save.
5 up.
And blocked. Okay. So we'll go for him with a solid shot into here, and then the softer weapons into guided. For me to get the benefit, I've got to put everything into them. So we'll go with the railgun first. Looking for roll up. If I get a 4 or something, there's a 6. That's a hit that comes through. It's a lethal hit, so it auto wounds. So it goes straight through. And now we'll try and wound. A 6 would be crazy. No, it does go through. I could. No, don't be foolish. Don't be foolish. I'll reroll the wound roll. It's kind of weird. You can reroll the wound roll. Yeah, I'm going to hunt for a 6 and get a 1. Just sense it coming. Yo!
Oh, good job.
Oh, right, okay. Ouch, this is D6 plus 6. This is 12 mortal wounds caused against them. All of a sudden, a railgun solid shot. It's just ploughed through that squad.
Yeah, I can't do anything.
Whoa, it came out of nowhere. Point blank range, the tower. Hammerhead commander there, Hammerhead number 2. What a shot. Man, and then we'll do the softer option, which is less attacks than long strike for some reason. 5s and 6s. Well, they were guided. It's 4s, but those make it through. Those 2 6s pop extra hits. All of a sudden, there's a bit of an acceleration with Tower firepower. We've already used the reroll, but those 3 come through. Normal armor saves on the boys. 3 of them.
1.
2 make it through. For no pain.
5 ups. One dies.
Okay. So 2 removed from play. There's 5 models left, but Tower's starting to clear their lines across here, which is encouraging to see. There's still that threat though in the middle. So with those kind of results coming through, there's decisions to make about these. I'm going to try and remain disciplined here. We're going to put all the firepower into that. Just try and do a good job at something. Heavy air rifles. 4s for hits. So we get those. That's okay. We're then looking at 3s to wound. Strength 12. 2 wounds do come through. Unbelievable. These 2 6s because I think we have devastating wounds, which we do. So it's going to be 6 mortal wounds against that thing.
In case I get 6 6s, feel no pain.
Take it.
No.
Target destroyed. Does it detonate?
Yeah. So let's have a look. Ooh.
Close, but no. All right. So target destroyed. Finally. All right. So got him. So we're saying game on here. Tower are salvaging the situation. They're catching up. I wouldn't say they got themselves ahead. Perhaps the result in this corner could see who's getting themselves ahead. So going to use the cyclic suicide squad to guide the commander's squad, and the commander's squad's going to put all of its firepower into the Great White Shark. So we're looking at fusion blasters. So we're firing into close combat, but guided. So that cancels each other out. So back to normal ballistic skill coming through. So we're looking at a fusion blaster on the commander, needing a 3. Let's just check his base. It's 3+, yeah. So 3+ with him. 6s are amazing. So we're both in agreement. It's a cock dice. We'll just reroll this one. Okay, so we've got a hit, and that's it. We'll fire the other 2 fusion blasters as well. Okay, rerolling 1s because of the commander's ability, and that 6 pops. 1 extra, 2 extra because it's a guided unit. That is significant. And these are Michael German shots here. We'll now go for Strength 8. Toughness?
Toughness 10.
5s to wound. We need a good result. Oh, he's so tough. Just the 1. AP -4. So you're down to an invuln save.
4 up invuln.
It's an important roll. Okay. You got command reroll available?
I'm going to save it.
It would be D6 plus 2.
Yep, that's fine.
It's going to leave it. Okay. Michael German roll. It's a 3+2. 5 wounds come through.
So I've got a 4 up, feel no pain.
4+.
It's really good, yeah.
So good. Oh,
Yes.
okay. 2 wounds
wounds.
taken. Oh no, I was hoping we'd try and cut this thing down in close combat, but he's a tough shark. Plasma rifles. Commander needing a 3. Yes. His 2 friends needing 4s. Ooh, we pop a bonus 2. And that was a 1 actually, so I'll reroll that one for the commander. And that hits as well. So we're looking at 5. This is a good roll. Strength 8.
10.
5s. Oh man, 5s is so hard to try and get. Just the 1 comes through. This is 3 damage, unless it's blocked, which it's not.
No.
3 wounds, 4 up, feel no pain.
Just
Block
the
2, just the 1. It's so strong.
4 up's too much, isn't it?
Dropping down to 7 wounds left. We're wounding him, but he's going to get me. We'll go Psycho with the Cyclics here, and we'll do those. So we'll do the commander, a lot of 6s. Commander trying to
Sorry,
get 3s, and we'll add those in as 2 bonuses, and then 4s on the other. Come on, rerolling 1s. Yeah, 2 bonuses. There's a good few have come through. 5s to win though. Need a really good roll, if ever. It's now. 4 have made it through. These are -2.
Okay.
Will not kill him. No.
-2.
Okay, 4 damage in total. We're getting him, but it's just not enough here. 3 more wounds caused. Dropping down to 4 wounds left. He has taken damage. Alex will get a chance to swing in close combat, dreading that, and then we'll go for Cyclic Iron Blasters. Going to split 5 with the other squad. Going to supercharge on the Cyclic Iron Blasters. They're a they're a suicide squad. Going to put 1 of them, 9 shots into the regular bikers. 4s. Nope, it's 5s, would you believe? It's -1s later on, I've got no kind of help. Okay, it looks terrible. But thankfully, they're not guided, so just a bonus of 1 coming through for each of those. 3s to wound. I've got the wounds. All right, so AP -2 on 4 dice.
Invuln. Nope.
No, 8 damage.
2
2 at a time. So there's feel no pain to work through on these ones?
No, there's not, sadly.
Oh.
He's lost a wound, so 1 kills him off right.
Yeah.
2 more,
Kill another one.
and then he
2 wounds on
loses
another.
2 wounds, yeah.
Okay. That's not bad. We'll zoom in so you can see the situation. There it is. Alex is just adding the wounds, taking the models away. It's a real fight in that corner. So now the majority of the firepower, 18 shots into this character. The Ribena Boar. 5s and 6s we need. There's no kind of bonuses going on. So that's rolled over dice. There's 4 bonuses come through. That's the Kuyan kicking in. It's so helpful. 3s to wound again. It's significant. There's 8 at -2.
So that, I believe, gives me a 6 up save.
Okay.
8.
8 of them, yeah.
So looking for 6s.
Blocked 1. 14 damage coming through.
I don't think I can survive this. I'll try and get some.
Just roll a heap of dice, yeah, and see what comes up. But it's gonna. He's gone.
No,
Right. So end of him.
Good job.
So again, we'll zoom in just to so you can see what's going on. That's him removed from play. Tower firepower is proved to be effective. They're not wiping out targets, which would be the more desirable option, but the Orks proving tough enough over in that corner. Whether we've done enough to win the fight over there, we'll have to see. We'll find out in close combat. So I think that's firepower done across the board. Tower have caused heavy casualties, there's no doubt about that. They've played some tactical moves and cleared objectives. In fact, the Orks are on none at this point, and resources have been cut down. Tower have taken heavy damage as well. We're going to close combat. This is where Alex could actually swing back round and get some revenge against the Tower, so we'll resolve close combat next. Before we do that, hazardous roll. Yeah, we take 3 mortal wounds. It could have been a lot worse, but 3 mortal wounds taken. So the problem for me is there's 2 rounds of close combat to face now. Alex is counterattacking now. And then we'll go on to his turn, and then he'll get to attack again. So that could really cause a lot of trouble across there.
I'm going to do my big chopper, 3 attacks, hitting on 3s against this squad.
So there's a model slain, by the way, with the mortal wounds that came through.
Sustained hits, so 3 hits. Strength 7.
You're wounded.
3 wounds, yeah.
So 4+ invulnerable save. Come on, foul 2.
4 damage.
Just take it. There's nothing I can do about it. It's not going to slay a model, but it's the wounds are coming in. And then now the Great White Shark attack.
What I did wrong last time is it's not choose the attack, he gets extra attacks. So
cool.
my mistake, but I've learnt for next time. So he gets 6 attacks with his main weapon.
Okay.
Hitting on 2s. Yeah, all hit.
So Alex is committing this to Dave Humphries, not player.
So 5 hits. Strength 7.
3's to wound.
Oh no, so, yeah.
Oh, whoa,
Terrible.
whoa, yeah, it's just the 1. What can you do?
That's minus 1.
4+. No.
3 damage.
It is 3 damage, right. I have to take it. There's not much I can do. So 3 wounds on the Crisis Battlesuit team member.
And then he gets extra attacks with his squig, which I didn't do last time.
Go ahead.
So 3 attacks with the squig, hitting on 3s. 3 hits.
This is actually the shark attacking.
Yeah. Strength 7 again.
3's to wound.
So 2. Devastating wounds, but no 6s. So minus 2.
Gone through.
4 damage each.
What?
Yeah, I showed that last time.
Wow. Okay, that's going to kill that orange helmet Crisis Battlesuit team member. It's having a bit of fun here, letting Alex remove the models, trying to figure out which is which. 2 drones can go, so...
Oh, not this again.
Yeah, go on, have another go. Yes, that one, yeah.
It's lucky dip.
And nope. Yep. And then 4 wounds on the Crisis Battlesuit team member. Next to the commander, the one with the white helmet.
Okay, I'm getting there.
We're working our way through. Okay, so that's the situation, and him being added in. Okay, there's an extra wound to come through because it's going against vehicles. It's +1 damage against them, so we're going to add an extra wound to the Crisis Battlesuit leader, like so. Okay. Right, next, we've gone ahead and done all the combats across here. No damage against Alex's boys, and he hasn't done his attacks yet, so we'll come back to that in just a moment. We're going to do Squig off next.
He still gets his trample ability, so he doesn't get the +2 for charging, but on a 4+ D3 mortal wounds.
Cool.
No.
Okay.
That's fine. So regular 4 attacks hitting on 3s.
2.
Okay.
3s, I think. 2 again.
Yeah.
And I'll take the 4+ invulnerable save. And I need help. We'll go Vagabond on this one. I need 2 4+s with the invulnerable save. Come on, yeah. Oh, that is a 4. Yeah, block both. Nice. Very, very helpful indeed. Vagabond is a tower player, so he's assisted me there. Well done, Commander. That's him done then. It's just a stalemate between these two. It's like hyper advanced technology versus... You can't even call that technology, can you? It's just
Ancient dinosaur.
prehistoric, a prehistoric thing with sheets of metal and spikes stuck on it. And it's a stalemate between the two. Oh dear. Right, next bit of close. Well, there's not too much to resolve here. What's left, so we'll just finish off close combats here. Yes, combat's resolved. Quite significant across here. 3 wounds came through from the big chopper. Really good rolling, but rolled 4 and 2 5s, blocking that damage from coming through, keeping him alive. Ork Boys now on strength 5 against toughness 10, struggling to get their wounds. 2 did come through, but we blocked those as well. So saving throws kicking in for Hammerhead number 2. Who's in charge? Oh, it's the Paint Licker's paint pot. Okay, I'm just going to run around the board here and point out where the Phoenix Lords are. So Mephisto here, safe in his corner. It's Paint Licker's paint pot. Ben Shaw's with this Ork Boys squad. There's a pile of Phoenix Lords and Autarks slain across there. Longbow BB holding the line against Chris Comiskey, the two. It's like rutting season across here to see who will be the alpha out of those. Ben Harris, Autark across this side, and then across the other side of the table. There's a cluster here. Gut B on the commander, and then Dylan Moore on the squad leader, still alive. Michael Fryer for the Tau. And then we've got BPP Wargaming and Midnight Miniatures on this squad here that's surviving as well. And then on the Shark, it's a bit of a strange one for Field Marshal Robert here. He's an Imperial Fist player, but he's in charge of a Shark with legs with an Ork War Boss on top. That's just the way it is with the Phoenix Lords. You just have to sometimes be allocated to units that you wouldn't usually choose. Okay, so combat's resolved. The game's spread out across the board. A lot of empty areas as well. Across the table, a lot of objectives not being held. Really, there's just one at the moment being held by the Tower. There's options for the Orks. There's boys in here. Units still alive across here, doing well enough in that corner, but not wiping out the Tower yet. There's still some resistance, but help could come across from this direction if Alex decides to go that way, or he might go after the Tower home objective. Left to see. We'll calculate points, get an update on the score, then we'll head on to the third turn for the Orks. Very interesting scoreline here. Tau picked up some pretty good points because they killed the Hunter Rig and 2 characters being destroyed as well. So that's 12 points. 5 points for primaries. That pushed us forwards to 26 points to 16. But then Alex picked up points for destroying more battle suits. So there's tasty prizes over in that corner. 3 more battle suits slain. That's another 6 points. So actually the scoreline is 26 points to 22. And the Orks have a turn in hand. We're going to turn 3 for the Orks now. We've got ourselves a nice close game here, which is great to see. Either side could go on to win this game. The potential, the potency is still with both. We're going to turn 3 for the Orks next. Alright, so we're on turn 3 here for Alex's Orks. If you enjoy games and you want to see more bonus content on the channel, including exclusive battle reports, the army development video series, secret projects and so on, then do join us on YouTube channel membership. It helps us on the channel, keeps the content coming, the variety in the armies, and so on. Link for that is in the video description below. We go to the channel homepage, hit join, choose which level you want to support. There's slots still available for Autarks and Phoenix Lords as well. So you're welcome to join us at whichever level you choose. But it really is, the channel is what it is because of channel membership, so I appreciate the help that comes through, and then we try and give back with extra content, bonuses and perks for those that join us. So that's channel membership. You can also support the channel on Patreon, as you've seen with the Patronic Dice name shout out and get name in the end credits and so on. Some of the perks with Patreon. So movement's done. Combat continues. Boys moving around. Boys moving across in this direction. Alex says the priority is their home objective. Ideal situation for you is to take it, claim it, burn it at the end. Yeah, okay, that's the plan. And then continue combat across here, trying to pin the tower down as much as possible. Go on to shooting phase. Is there anything?
Got a little bit.
A little bit. We'll resolve that and then go on to close combat. Okay, so shooting complete. There's some hits coming through, but don't think any wounds, of course. A couple of wounds here, but passed. A couple of wounds here from pistol fire and passed. And pistols in close combat going against the vehicle here. No wounds coming through. Ongoing close combat. Charge went ahead. And the other combats continue. So we're all up these results. Boys in close combat down here, trying to go after the Storm Surge.
So hitting on a 3, re-rolling because it's a vehicle. Okay, so
6 is popping extras. There should be a lot of hits come through here.
And then no more 6s, but that's fine. So 5 extras.
6. What strength are you?
Strength 5, I believe. Yeah.
And the extra strength is just during the WOG?
Yeah.
So it will be 6s, yeah, with toughness 11. He's a -1. I think Alex is going to pick up a few wounds here. It all helps.
Only 4.
4. We'll go for 3 up saves. We foul 1. Okay, so we take a wound.
Okay.
There's a knob with a big chopper.
Yes, I forgot about that. There's actually a power stepper technically, but it's very, very similar. 4 attacks. Thankfully with a reroll. Yep. And these are strength 7, so 5s. No.
Nothing. Okay.
And just a close combat weapon shouldn't really make a difference.
Oh, this is from the thump gun.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I should roll 2 dice. My mistake. Okay. 6 to wound. Just 1 wound, no AP.
Passed.
Cool.
Right, so piling move made. Broadsides are going to try and rely on their toughness. They're yet to be wounded. Alex has taken this objective here for sure, but his ideal situation would be to wipe this target if he can. Broadsides are tough enough. 10 wounds on this model. Sorry, 10 wounds on this model, and then 9 wounds on this one with the help of the shield drones. So there's a good number of wounds to try and get through.
What's your toughness again?
Toughness 6, and a 2 up save.
I'm gonna... Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, Alex has got this character here who's could do a bit of chopping. Beast boss. Next.
Using the Beast Snagga Claw, 4 attacks.
6 pops an extra.
So 3 hits. And strength 10. So
3's to wound.
And
2 of them.
devastating wounds as well.
So that 6 is a straight up damage of
only 2. It's not amazing.
2 wounds. That's okay. And then I'm trying to block another one.
1 and -2.
Goes through as well.
4 wounds. I'll take it.
Yeah, that's good. Good result. I need helping out. Time's ticking away. Sorry, not 4 wounds. So 4 wounds taken. Right, so actually dropped down to 6 wounds left. If you take into account the drones. So now regular boys. All of them except 2. And that's with casualties here. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Piling moves been done. So 14 models. 2 lots of dice here, just the sheer number of attacks.
Yep, hitting on 2s because the beast boss is leading them, and re-rolling. So, any re-rolls?
The way to get out of close combat here is to try and get hits, and then 6s to wound with devastating wounds. It could just plough right through them, but it's unlikely. But that could be one of the avenues of escape, which we saw across here actually with devastating wounds coming through.
Okay. So the first wave. These are the wounds now. So strength 5.
5's to wound. Remember, this is just half the dice. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to chop through one of these and put wounds onto the other at this rate.
So 3, 6, 8 wounds. That was a 5 not over, sorry.
Still 8.
-1.
3 ups though. Yeah, 3 more wounds taken. Dropping down to 3. It's doing it.
Okay, same again. Only the 2 sustained hits.
So we've got Tau pinned down here, 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 and here. All pinned down with close combat. The Tau trying to blast their way out of these situations. If I can free myself up somewhere, I can all of a sudden have units to lend support to the other units that find themselves trapped in close combat. There's 4 areas on the board. The Tau haven't broken out of any of these yet. And the Orks haven't secured victory in any of these situations either. So the game hangs on a blunt Ork knife edge.
Speaking of blunt Ork knife edges, wounding on 5.
5. It's not as many. There's some.
6, I believe.
6.
Yeah.
6 3-ups. I could survive this. I was tempted to play stim injectors. I should have. I've taken 2 more wounds. Dropping down to 1 wound left. Whoa. Okay. And that's it from there. Well, boss with a big chopper?
No, he's not in combat. He's
he's around here.
Just out.
Okay. We're now looking at the next combat. All right, so we've agreed just to resolve all of this corner. Tower Fire Warriors picked off 2 Ork boys, and so did the tank, ran one of them over. So there's just the boss and one left. Big Chopper, though, sunk into the hammerhead and took out 2 wounds. Drop it down to 4. No damage on the Fire Warriors. Tower starting to overwhelm here. But the other corner could go the other way. Alex has gone for the Ray Cross dice on the Paint Lickers paint pot attacks here from the White Shark.
Yes.
Great White Shark. If anyone's tuning in at this point, they'd be mightily confused as to what we're talking about. Okay.
So 6 attacks with his Gut Ripper. Anti-vehicle 4, but it's going to be winning anyway.
The orc on the White Shark is taking the Ray Cross dice with the Paint Lickers paint pot here. It's a bit of a jumble going on.
So hit on 2s. All right.
This is the roll.
Okay.
No sustained, but they've all hit.
That's fine. Strength 7.
3s to wound. This is the big roll. Okay, a couple of failed. Your 5s, whole face. No, it's easily a 5. You're okay. Yeah.
-1.
4 ups then. 4 up invulnerable saves. Damage on this?
4.
Oh.
I do have some more attacks after as well.
The last Patreon. Longbow BB is a tower player. Gonna roll these one at a time. Failed. Blocked. Come on, Commander, live. Oh. Right, so situation is the Commander's taken 4 wounds. He's not slain. We've lost Michael Fry and Dylan Moore. That's that squad wiped out. That's more points as well for bringing it down. So my Commander is running 5 wounds. And he's got a shield drone, so it's a 6 wound model. So you just need, I think, 1 more success to bring the Commander down. This is make or break over on this flank.
Oh.
No pressure.
So it's called Big Chomper, actually, the shark. So Big Chomper's duels, 3 attacks, hitting on 3s.
Commander Ghost Tide has faced many things, but never a shark.
I'm going to command point one of these because I need
desperation.
to go through. Okay, I'll take it.
2.
Strength 7 again, so...
Oh, 1 goes through.
-2.
50-50. A flip of a coin if we live or die. Commander Ghost Tide. Dead. Head wound. Head bitten off by the shark. Oh, no, right. Take him off. He's gone. There'll be no confusion now as to which model to remove. Commander Ghost Tide's gone. And all his wounds and guts can go as well. Gut B, another Phoenix Lord removed from play. Victory for that war boss in that corner. Well done. So I can fight back with the Crisis Battlesuit team. We'll waste another few moments of our lives. Looking for 5s, trying to wound. That's okay. Yeah, it was a total, not a waste of time. And now Alex can fight back with that lone model that could cause trouble.
3 attacks. Big Chopper, so hitting on 3s.
All 2 sustained.
Okay.
That's the result you need.
Strength 7, so 3s again. 3 wounds, -1.
3 wounds, -1. Blocked 1.
4 damage, so...
4 damage in total. We'll total up the wounds here. So it's 5, 6, 7 wounds to get through.
3, 4, 5.
5, 6, 7 to slay a model and put 2 wounds on another. Okay, so we've got 1 squad leader left. 2 drones can disappear as well, and that's combat's resolved. Resolve this, stomped on here. Resolve this across here, not stomped, but kicked one of the Ork boys. Squig-off is the last combat to do.
So I'm going to use my trample, looking for a 4. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
And then 4 attacks. 1 sustained, 1 miss.
What are you? Strength 13, I think, if I remember rightly.
Strength 12.
That'll do. Toughness 11. 4+ invulnerable saves. Foul both. He's got in. He's got in. Oh, he's taking advantage. Well done. 8 cores. Dropping down to 7 all of a sudden. Oh, the result comes through.
3 turns of combat.
Oh, boy. All right. Turn finished. Decimation here on both sides. Points-wise, like, I've got 1,000 points of stuff still on the board, like 465. They're expensive, and I've got 2 hammerheads remaining. So Tau have assets available, but for much of the game, they've been pinned back, not by choice, but we've been forced to hold back here away from objectives. But the Orks have been kept off objectives as well. It's an interesting one. We'll give you an update on the score. So points coming through. Number 6 points for killing battlesuits and the commander. Nothing for primaries. The Tau succeeded in keeping the Orks off of primary objectives, so 0 points picked up for that. Storm hostile objective, yes, so 4 points picked up. The scoreline, Orks are ahead. It's 32 points to 26. We've got a close game here, and again, it's hard to call. Tau have technology and units, heavy hitting units available, but again, they've got to blast themselves out of trouble. Another unit's been bogged down in close combat on their objective. We won't pick up points. For that one, at the start of our turn, we won't be able to get the 4+ for the extra CP, but a possible breakout, something could go on across here, but the same for the Orks across the other side. And if they are able to deal with the Tau, there's multiple objectives they can try and go after. Potentially, so this game is far from concluded. We like the close games of 40k. Orks versus Tau, this battle is very, very close indeed. We'll go on to see what the Tau can do on their turn 4 coming up next. Okay, for the Tau, nothing picked up for primaries. It could be a case that we go for secondaries in this game. So what we've done, stay in close combat. Stay in close combat and got choice. Long strikes tapping into the runes and can see through. Hammerhead number 2, stay in close combat. Bear in mind it can shoot out. He can shoot in. So thinking about this combat across here. Fire Warriors are finally disengaged. They've got to there. That's all they can do. But maybe next turn we can try and land ourselves on that objective. Then across here, Hammerhead's push through and is going to shoot across in that direction. Number 2, Hammerhead number 2, and then the Fire Warrior team remaining close combat. We talked about, figure out what to do. If I move out of here this turn, it's too far away for me to reach the objective on turn 5. I wouldn't be able to pick up the points during the command phase. I couldn't even get within an inch of it to burn it. So there is just literally no point. It's too late now for the Tau to try and go after primaries across here. So we've got to try and prevent the Orks from picking up points for their primaries, and then go after our secondaries, which is destroy characters and destroy monsters and vehicles. So we're going to go to that plan. Bit of a strange one, this one. A real starvation on primaries for both sides. So we'll pursue secondaries as a means to victory here. So movement's done. Just remaining close combat across the other side as well. So we'll go on to shooting phase next. That's okay. Hardest now is being used. He's guiding in Hammerhead number 2. The soft stuff's going into the Ork boys. And the railgun's going in across here. So, we are at regular Hammerhead. It is -1 to the hit roll. So we're starting on 4s. And then it's -1 to hit roll anyway because of shooting out of close combat.
Does it get anything for being wounded?
Yeah, -1 to hit roll.
Sorry,
that's it.
Yeah.
It's being guided, so that's +1 to the ballistic skill. So we're looking at 3s to hit, and then -1 for all of our. And there's something else going on here as well. It's a heavy weapon. I'm gonna have to. We'll figure this out. I think it's going to be 4s to hit. I'm gonna run through this logic. Like most of our players will know this, but just to run through. So I'm starting on 4s. I get +1 ballistic skill because it's a marker-like guide. I go up to 3 to hit. I then go to 2s to hit, just bear with me. 2s to hit because of heavy, stationary. Then -1 to hit rolls because of my damage. And then a further -1 to hit rolls because of firing out of into a close combat. But you can't stack the minuses. It's maxed out at -1 in total. So we're looking at 3s. No, but it cancels out my +1. So it drops to 4s again. I'm on +1, but in total there's 2 lots of -1 coming through. -1 for my damage, -1 for my -1 for my damage, and -1 because I'm firing into close combat.
But it's +2 because of guided and heavy, right?
Oh yeah. I'll go through this again. So I start on a 4+. There's probably people shouting at the screen here. I start on a 4+. My ballistic skill goes up by 1 because I'm guided, so I go to a 3. I then get +1 to the hit roll because of heavy. I then get -1 to the hit roll because of firing out of close combat. So those two cancel each other out. So then there's another -1 coming through because of my damage, which takes me to a 4. Because it's not -2 ballistic skill for damage, it's -1 to the hit roll. Correct. We need a 4. After all that, I shall roll a 1. Built-in reroll, which I will then go on to roll another 1. I can predict stuff. Oh, 5. Oh, okay, we've got a hit. All right, so we'll try and wound. Needing a... Your toughness 10?
Let me find out.
Oh, you're joking.
Toughness 10. Yeah.
You're joking, Alex. Sorry about this. I would have been hitting you on 3. Because there's a further +1 to the hit roll, would you believe, for shooting at monsters and vehicles. So it's +1 ballistic skill, +1, +1, -1, -1, 3 up.
Makes perfect sense. Toughness 10, but -1 to wounds. Only the one -1 this time.
3s to wound. Command the living reroll out of that. 3s. Thank you very much indeed. AP -5 and D6 +6 damage. 3 and 6 is 9. Any kind of feel no pains? No. It drops down to 8. It's not destroyed. It will organically absorb the hit coming through. A cry comes up from this dinosaur, but still alive. Very much so. 8 wounds left. This one should be a lot easier. Smart Missile Systems, by the way, took out a boy and caused a wound. We'll go twin Smart Missile Systems into him to try and finish off the knob. And then here, straight up 3 to hit. +1 to the hit rolls because we're shooting at the vehicle. -1 to the hit rolls because we're shooting into a close combat. So it should be a 3. We've got no Patreons here, just a straight up 3. No, we'll use our built-in reroll. This is a very important roll. We get a 2.
Oh, no.
What can you do? What can you do? Okay, disaster, but fired into here and finally finished off the knob. So Tau, but late in the game, they've cleared this corner of the table. In the end, it proved to be one of the safer parts of the table to be on. Okay, so we'll move across, more firepower to come. So he's going to split his firepower, but he's going to guide those. They're going to shoot out of close combat into here, is the idea. So +1 to their ballistic skills, so they'll need 3s. -1, though, to our hit rolls, because we are shooting into a close combat. So back to 4s again.
Is it because you're in combat as well? Is it?
Yes. So, yeah, so we're looking at... so I think we've got this right. So looking at 4s into here. Oh, no. This is... Boy, oh boy. Do you know why? Because... of that... Now, hang on a second. It's a guided unit. Oh, no. Out of nowhere. Guided unit, sustained hits of 2. Never rolled like that before. Now we're trying to wound on 3s. Oh, all of a sudden, look at the state of that. 7 wounds come through. They're at -4. Straight through. Some of those were mortal wounds as well.
I think
it's just going to go. It's Spain blade killing going on. That's 16, 20, 28 wounds coming through. Squigoff's taken a hit in the flank. Yeah. Not going to roll up any kind of feel no pains.
Oh, yeah, he hasn't got any. Okay. He might blow up, though.
It might blow up. I think the other one blew up.
Yeah, it did, actually.
So will he follow his brother? He does. Okay. Oh, no, not D6. It is. I've got 7 wounds left. It's going to put me in a bracket.
Let's have a look.
Depending on what you roll. A 3. It's good enough. It's going to knock me down to 4. That's me in a damage bracket. Oh, blast. That could be enough to help save the commander across the other side. Okay, he goes. The whole thing was weighing the table down because of the weight of the resin. And then D6 on these, the friendly Ork boys. Oh, 6 mortal wounds on them. Feel no pains of 6+. It's strange going on in this battle.
No, 6
casualties. Oh, blistering. So I'm going to fire out a close combat across here. We've taken a damage bracket. Also, it's just -1 to hit rolls overall. So it's going to be 4s. Yeah. With no kind of help coming from anywhere else. So, now... Yeah, actually, each time this model makes a ranged attack, you can ignore any or all modifiers to the hit roll, which I think includes my damage. Each time this model makes an attack, subtract 1 from the hit roll.
Yeah.
It's a modifier.
100%.
We'll take it. So it's a built-in support system. It's not an upgrade. You get it. It's not a Titanic monster unit. Fine. I think I can. So there's no minus to hit roll here, so I'm just going to sit on 4s, which is very interesting. I guess it's a perk for something with so much.
500 points for it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I'm
So
fine with that.
all the soft stuff's going into here to try and alleviate this objective. The destroy missile and then the upper profile, the dispersed option for the pulse blast cannon. It's going to go against that character across there. So we'll try and get him. 6 dice lean 4s. 6s could be really good if we can get any, which we do not. So we do get 3 hits though. We're looking at probably 3s to wound. We're coming in at strength 10.
Toughness 10.
How can a shark be so tough? Oh, he's bounced off.
Oh no.
Last chance is a destroy missile. Needing a 4. Flip a coin. Oh, it's a sustained hit. You can't predict this one. So destroy missile is nasty enough. It's strength 16. 3s to wound. Oh, I've used a command reroll, please. Not got him. I can't believe it. We'll press on with the rest of the smaller armed firepower here, but disaster. Right, add soft stuff across here, killing a few of the Ork boys, but still they dominate the objective. We'll now turn to the crisis battlesuit. For the greater good, we'll sacrifice ourselves in close combat. We'll ignore that and fire out and go into that monster. And of course we'll supercharge. Could even self-destruct it. That's another insane result. It's going to be 4 5s. But those 3 generate 3 more. Toughness 10, looking for 5s. And we get 1. We haven't killed him.
4 up invulnerable save.
Taken and saved. Well done. That's firepower complete. This is a real twist here in this game. We'll go on to close combat, so it's not looking good for the tower across here. Okay, so situation not looking good for the tower now. I think the Orks may well have victory here. We'll just take a little bit more just to seal this. So loss of the battlesuit, 2 points picked up by Alex for bring it down. Broadside, 2 points picked up again in my turn, so 4 points total coming through. We did destroy the squig off, 4 points, but that's been offset by what we've lost. We're trying to catch up, but we haven't. Total points is 30 points to the tower. It's low scoring because of the starvation of primaries. And then 36 points to the Orks, and they've got a turn in hand. So this could be mission accomplished for them. It's been a bloody fight for sure, though. Both armies really taking a battering. The tower having to operate on the edges of this battlefield with a great emptiness in the middle. We're going to turn 4 now for the Orks. We're on movement phase here. So Alex is splitting these models out to go after these objectives. I'm going to overwatch that target with everything. Yes. Okay.
With a vendetta.
So we'll go for the... Oh man, what do we go for the dispersed? I can choose either one. I think we're in 24. 2 shots need 6s though. I'll go for the dispersed. Yeah, go on him. Come on. 1, which is sustained, so 2 come through. We'll now try and wound. I've got no command points. I can't reroll any of these. Forced to wound. There it is. 1 wound comes through. It's damage 4. Here we go. Big roll. Huge roll.
4 up invulnerable save.
No.
I'm gonna come on point it. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Very polite Ork player. The damage has gone through, but it's not over yet. There's now 4+ feel no pain. High pressure roll. You should be okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well done. Just 1 win taken. Okay. Destroy a missile. If we get a 6, there'll be trouble. No. And they're all soft stuff, which isn't going to do it. Okay, I think you survived. Well done. That was perhaps our last gasp. Okay, bit of firepower's been done in return from the Orks. Few pistols, no wounds coming through. I fired all of my other weapons at the Great White Shark, and he has survived with 2 wounds left. What a model. What stats. Brilliant unit to have. Fast as well. A lot of respect for the 2-legged Great White Shark. with a Tower Commander's head in his gut. We'll go on to combat resolution. There's no charges to take place, just ongoing close combats. We're getting close to calling this game here. I don't think the Tower can do anything to get themselves out of trouble here. Right, so combat's resolved. No damage coming through here. We survived, just clinging on with 2 wounds left. Across here, the broadside was brought down, just overwhelming attacks coming through from the Ork boys. We've had a look at the game. The Tower, I reckon, cannot win because of the starvation of primaries. We go on to our turn 5. We've got nothing for primaries. We kicked off of our own. I reckon we'd converge our firepower and from here and try and take these down, which I reckon we'd still struggle. The railgun's not really equipped for taking these out. Even if I kill him, I think he's worth 6 points. 4 points for killing the character, 2 points because he's a monster, which is quite tasty. But that would give me 6 points. I'm on 30. Alex is on 41, so I wouldn't be able to catch up. I can't get anything for objectives. There's no further monsters or assassinations to do. There's an assassination there. So I get another 4 points. It'll be on 41 points to 40. But then as we go on to Alex's turn 5, he's got a model across there on the home objective. That's 5 points that would come through, and that'd be enough for him to pick up victory. I can't see it from here. He's hidden it well enough, even despite being a towering unit. So we reckon that the Orks do have victory. The Tower just have been pushed to the fringes of this board here very effectively by the Orks, but at tremendous cost here to both sides, and perhaps the Tower preserving more points. But points don't win you the game as far as points, as far as the points values of the models is concerned. The important points is the points scored for holding on to objectives and achieving your other secondary objectives. So it's been a victory here to the Orks. Great game. I was a bit worried about it just be a turkey shoot here or a squig shoot, but not the case. We did do some damage. The Orks delivered themselves to the centre of the board. Then they pushed through an effective charge. Some targets they weren't able to overwhelm, as we saw. They were grinding away, but the pinning down effect was really good. A little bit scary because the Tower started to take out the middle ground units just to clear those objectives, but the Orks managed to do just enough. Brutal, but cunning at the same time is a good summary here for the Orks in this battle. They've got themselves a win. So congratulations to Alex. This is a revamped Tower list that has punished other factions, but the Orks got in amongst the Towers, the best chance they had, and Alex was able to deliver a decent attack and see the game through to victory. But I have to say, it was a close fight for sure, so it could have easily gone either way. Both of us plagued by some horrendous dice rolls, and then some very strange, excellent rolls coming up as well with some of the sustained hits abilities and so on. Always a classic, Tower versus Orks in the lore and the fluff of 40k. Always a classic to see these two sides clashing on the battlefield. In the snow, well, there's blood everywhere, but more Tower blood, I would say. I don't know, actually. Exploding squig-offs is a lot to beat. It's like whales being filled with dynamite. It's a mess of blubber, sinew and bone all across the battlefield. But quite a stench. But amongst that smell is the sweet smell of victory here for the Orks. We'll talk about units of the game next for both sides. Yeah, Scragbad here for the Orks. Fantastic model, brilliant rules, hard as nails. I thought perhaps he's a character, but he's not a lone operative and he's not buried inside a unit. He's vulnerable, but not the case. Hard as nails, that's for sure. So that goes to him. Nice and quick around the table. Deadly in close combat. So excellent unit for sure. For the Tower, I really am struggling. I wouldn't say any of my units were terrible. There's sort of general decent performance all across the board. Hammerheads were okay. Broadsides were useful at times. It's not really just bad dice rolling coming from the Storm Surge. I don't know. The Crisis Commander and his team, there was some blistering firepower coming from them, so I'm going to give it to them over in that corner. If we had cleared our lines across there, it would have been a different story. We could have moved out onto objectives, but not this time. Orks managed to overwhelm the Tower. So that's the game. That's units of the game for both sides. Big thank you to Jason Martinez, Marcus Olsen, Ross Coolwell, William Schwarz, Zachary Lee and Zachary Lyons for their support at silver level. Keep a look out for more battle reports on the channel, including Challenger Scorpion games. Big thank you to Alex for taking part in this battle. He's challenged the Scorpion with his Orks and has prevailed, so well done to him. Congratulations on that victory. Great game, thanks for watching, and tune in next time.